gamers, and welcome to episode 495 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for June 28th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's been going on this week, Dominic?
Not much. Just bobbing around, Daniel. That's what's going on. Sack up. But it's just been all right week. A very hot week for us over here. But it's cooled off. It's cooled off from what it was like, feeling over freaking 100. Some days. I mean, good God, man. We went from like just raining all the time, and then just to hell. And it's like, here we are. Yep, this is why I hate it. I hate it. Just like it was a tweet. I think I gave it to you. The tweet with the guy talking about how summer is the worst time of the year.
Yeah.
Like this is a lie or something like that. They lied to us. Like
a lot of people in those comments defending summer.
Oh, I didn't look at the comments, Daniel. I didn't bother because I was like, the man said the truth, and there's no disputing it. That's
we really were brainwashed by being out of school. That was the thing.
That was it.
All right,
that was it. That was the only reason why I like summers, because really I was out of school, and I mean, yeah. Granted, like I say, like, well, you go swimming and stuff, but technically, you can go swimming in winter. Just don't go outside. Go in the inside pool,
exactly.
The YMCA.
The pool,
that's why I learned to swim. Yeah, I learned to swim YMCA. And I don't remember what time of year it was, but I felt like I was still in school, so it had to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's So I was like, yeah, man, summer. I think, yeah. Once I finished high school, like I hated summer. Like, I fucking hated summer. And I think I was, like, actually getting to that point even maybe my 11th grade year. I probably was getting to that point, too. I was having to be out, but I also was like, man, it's fucking hot. And then I was like, then I stopped working. It's like, yeah, this ain't cool. Like, I don't like this. Even though people say, hey, you work at an ice cream place at least in the summer. Like, when I was in high school, it was like, at least it's cool there. I said, like, well, it's cool. And I said, yeah, it's boring, but it's boring. I mean, it's like, you can play, it's boring. And then it's like, it's cool to be in most any stores unless your air conditioner broke. That's like, it's not like I live in a freezer. That's like, right. I only open it up.
It's cut to you leaning over the ice cream at all times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I imagine he'd be pissed off at me in seeing that, because he'd be like, no, you got to get the ice cream cool.
Keep that sweat out of my ice cream.
Oh, man. I just try to think, too. I was like, man, what if I did? But, hey, nobody ever complained about it. Hey, sweet and salty,
just
man.
A little extra salt. Good. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves sea salt nowadays added to their whatevers. They're fine.
Hell, at one point, we was getting bacon in our ice cream, man.
There you
go. All right. What I want to get into? I mean, the sports stuff. Basically, I just been watching Orioles. Like, recently Orioles just scored like 22 freaking runs. After being down 6-0, they beat Tampa Bay 22-8, which is freaking crazy.
Disrespectful.
It's like after they had an embarrassing loss like a week ago or so, like over a week maybe, when they were up 8-0 and Tampa Bay came back to beat them like 11-8. I want to say they didn't score no more runs they scored like that in the first 2 innings. Then they stopped Tampa Bay really from scoring. Really, like they were up 6-0. They only scored 2 more runs, but Orioles scored 22. Man, I mean, it was amazing just how everybody was hitting. And then, like, one guy who was a rookie got his first home run. Even though it was against a position player though who was pitching, but he did a bat flip, and you talk to people in media, like saying like, "Oh, this guy should be ashamed of himself doing a bat flip for against a position player or something like that." I was like, who gives a shit? It was like nobody else hit a home run against the guy, and that was his first home run. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't give a damn. I was like, well, put like this, Dan. If everybody else hit a home run against that position player, then yeah, it's like, oh, that's nothing. But I think the guy got somebody out, so I'm like, yo, it's yes, he's not as good as a regular pitcher, but I mean, at the end of the day, not everybody's hitting home runs. It wasn't hitting home
Yeah.
runs off him either. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And this is this guy's first home run. Whatever, man. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm not gonna care. Like, I'm not gonna care. So, like, that's one thing. Like, that's one thing I say about baseball. It's like, I'm shocked at much like for how long it's been since people start really having emotions in that freaking game. Like, I used to always be confused as a kid of why, like I see people celebrate, but not like football or basketball or anything. I always felt like
Mm.
baseball always had a stick up its ass or a bat, I guess you would say. But because it's always like, dude, like you hit a home run, man. I'm freaking dancing across those bases, and like I'll probably moonwalk on the freaking home plate or something like that. Um, like now you see people do kind of stuff like that because people they are just cool with it, and
Yeah.
they don't do that reactionary stuff. Like the bat flip was like almost like, oh, that is disrespectful, and it's like a bat flip is disrespect. Good God! And say I don't know, I don't know what trash talking is like in basketball. I guess that's just like freaking sacrilege. Then I guess it's like that. That is just some freak like what the hell? They should get banned. Oh, like a freaking
Now
bat flip.
the bat flip that they're talking about, are we talking about flipping it and catching it, or are we talking about just kind of flipping it out of your hands to drop it?
Yeah, flip it out to drop it.
Oh, that's just, come on. That's not even a celebration. That's just, yep, I did this.
Yeah,
Let people have
exactly.
that.
I never got why that was such a thing. Now, I can believe back in like 1800s or something, maybe, because I mean, insults are definitely different. I mean, it's like I don't know, but I just like in a day and age of when people just say shit and everything. I'm like, a bat flip is nothing.
Yeah.
Like I think it was nothing probably freaking 30 years ago. It really,
Yeah.
honestly, like I don't understand why is that such a big deal. Why would a pitcher get? And that's the thing where like pitchers like why would they get angry? Why would you even get angry when somebody get a home run? It's like um it's very hard to hit home runs. And like it's like, dude, like if he hit a home run on me, I'd be pissed with myself, but I ain't gonna be pissed at him. What the heck am I pissed at him for?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So the Orioles, I mean, they still horrible. I think they're like either 10 games from 500 or 11. So they're because they just haven't been that consistent. I mean, they are what they expected. Like seem like the bats they're definitely better this month than they were the last 2 months. But see, I mean, the problem is like I said before, we lost too many games those last 2 months, like that we shouldn't have. Like offense was not supposed to be a problem. Like it was just the pitching supposed to be the problem. But then when we're both bad on offense and defense. And I mean defense, not even just pitching. Like defensively, we're not that good. Like we created a lot of mistakes. It was a game we probably should have beat against the who we were playing against before this. It wasn't Detroit. Was it? No, it was the Texas Rangers. We're playing the Texas Rangers that we should have won. But our defense, man, like it made too many mistakes. Like kept people on base when it should have been like 3 outs and we sit down. And then unfortunately injuries also happened this year and continue. We have two catchers that are out. Like at first our backup catcher was out for a while. Then he finally comes back, but then Adley Watchman, our starter, is out. And then the backup to the backup got freaking concussion because he got in a collision. So all we got Sanchez, who's a good at bat. Since he's been back, he only played like a few games before he got injured. But since he's been back, he's been great at bat. I mean, we knew that. That's why the guys got him because of his bat. But he is not that great defensively, and so that kind of hurt us. It's funny that he helped us stay in the game, but he also kind of hurt us too at the same time, and it kind of sucks. It's like, man, I really took that 2012 to 2016 Orioles for granted for how good their defense was. Because they had Gold Glovers, man, but I just really just thought like, hey, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. But nah, man, I guess like they were great, and I was like, man, because they made things look easy probably when maybe it wasn't. And like what these guys do, like they have some good plays. I mean, Gunnar Henderson, he be doing some good things. And maybe eventually he'll get it, like where he's more consistently good defensively. Right now, he's just okay to me. Like he, I can see like it looks like he's getting better, but we'll see. And Jackson Holiday, this is only his second year. I believe he's getting better. I see some plays, but our outfielders, I mean, except for Cedric Mullins, yeah, defense has been really great. Though Laureano, he has been, he's a new guy. He has been better. Like when he was out, man, you saw the difference between the other guys who came in. That they weren't that great. So that's all I've been watching. Now I know Detroit's like still one of the best teams in the league. Dodgers, I want to say this maybe one of the best, still probably the best team in the West. It was between them and the Giants really, because Giants is like right behind them. I see Dodgers, they won 50 some games, so they got to be like up there. I know the other team I was watching, the San Diego, they haven't been as good as they started out as, but they're still up there. Like the Yankees don't have a huge lead. They like the Rays, Tampa Bay, man, they're only a game and a half behind the Yankees. So I'm kind of hoping it's like I'm kind of really hoping to be helping the Yankees because I want us to beat Tampa Bay because I want to get up there. But yeah, so yeah, you got Tigers who have 50. They won 51 games so far. They're the best team in the American League. And then you have the Dodgers who won 52 games. Do they have the more losses? No. The Dodgers have the best record now. Yep. I guess they must have won the series against the Giants then. Yep, the Dodgers are what they're supposed to be. The team after them is the Phillies. The Phillies have been doing all right lately. Well, them and the Mets are kind of like virtually tied somewhat. The Mets are like a game and a half because they played more games. They lost one more game than them. So, and the Cubs are doing good this year. The Cubs are leading their division, only about 2 games. Yeah, so it's still relatively close up there. But the teams that you expect to be good, I mean, except for the Orioles, who are expected to be better than this, seem like they are. And like Tigers are surprised. It's almost like I guess you could say, hey, they switched somewhat places somewhat. But O's are not the worst team. Like White Sox have lost 20. I mean, they have won only 26 games. They lost 56 games so far. That's 10 more games than the Orioles. And the Athletics they're a few games behind the Orioles. And I think I guess that, yeah. So the Orioles are only in, I guess, what place would that be? 13th place, I guess? Hey, they're 13th place. They got a 15 teams. So there you go. Oh, but in overall league, the worst team is Rockies. They only won 18 games so far.
Whoa.
They lost 64 of them.
Jeez.
They're still in it though, Daniel. They still can they can still win the division.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. So yeah, that's it for baseball. I know basketball draft happened and people are on teams, Daniel. So there you go. I was like, I don't know. I think Cooper Flag is on the Mavericks, I want to say. And I'm just pulling out my ass because when I saw that Mavericks would get a first pick, I just figured they're picking Cooper Flag, right? Yes, they did. Okay, there you go. So yeah. Oh, Draymond Green says Cooper Flag got lucky. Mavericks had number 1 pick. I wasn't luck. I don't think it was luck. I think it was more calculated. But anyway, so what's going on in wrestling, man?
All right, so today is the night of champions or the afternoon of champions, I guess.
Sorry.
For
Real quick, I'm sorry. Justin Tucker has officially been suspended for 10 weeks.
Oh.
The first 10 weeks of the NFL season. He's not officially
Is
on the
he
team
on it? I was gonna
yet.
say, is he even on
No,
a team?
no, but that doesn't matter. Like that suspension will be 10 weeks regardless. So even if he's not on the team, he'll be suspended. So
Gotcha.
after 10 weeks, he can just get on the team.
Right.
Or if the team wants him. If the team wants him.
Right. Do you
All
think
right.
anybody's gonna pick him up?
I don't know, Dane. I mean, I have no idea.
I mean, he's not
he
what
could
he
be
used to be, but he's still a pretty
exactly.
decent kicker.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think that's what the thing is. If he was still the same kicker, Daniel, that was what he was.
Oh, we wouldn't have dropped him.
Well, I think PR wise, I think we would have because of what the whole Ray Rice stuff happened, and I think I don't know. I mean, I just have a feeling like they almost would have been forced to drop, like PR wise. It's almost
absolutely. That's why I wonder if anybody would pick him up because
but I don't know. I mean, they still picked up. I mean, people could say like maybe people learned from what happened to Watson, Deshaun Watson, like how Browns picked him up, and like it's just been ugly. But Watson's also been bad too. See, if Watson was good, I'm not saying people might will still be saying stuff, but hey, it'll be like I'll take
drown out a little more by what he's doing. Yeah,
what he's doing exactly. While Dustin Tucker, it's because I hear people complaining saying like, "Oh, Dustin Tucker's not getting the freaking media like Watson is," and which I don't know if people exactly. He's a kicker, and then he's declining kicker. While Watson was going to his prime,
right?
And people had like potential, like he could be one of the top quarterbacks. He was looking that way, but I guess that injury really messed him up. So I don't know, and so that's what I'm saying. He's a decline. Justin Tucker's a declining kicker. It's not the same thing. First he's a kicker, and then he's kind of on decline. Yeah, is it even worth it? Is it even worth picking him up? Like you can just be like, I'll just find someone. I don't know. I mean, he's just messed up, man. Like this guy was going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Like he was going to be one of those guys who like could be possibly the best kicker ever, and this happens. This messes up everything. Like you're not going to be. He's not going to the Hall of Fame. Like he's not going in because of this, and that's what's fucking sad. It's like, darn, man, your career just ended because of some shit. Allegedly, anyway. I guess if something comes out like he's innocent, but I don't know. Whatever to stop the target, then yes. But it's like, wow, really just messed it up. But okay, so what's going on in wrestling?
All right, so today is Night of Champions, the pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. They had SmackDown last night in Saudi Arabia. That had some fun matches on it. They had a last woman standing match between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. That was pretty entertaining. Naomi ended up, coming in and getting involved in that because she has the Money in the Bank briefcase, but she did not cash in. They also were setting up like Asuka versus Jade, which is happening on the pay-per-view. And of course, John Cena versus CM Punk. But really, you got Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That's going to be the finals of the Men's King of the Ring. And then Asuka versus Jade Cargill for the Queen of the Ring. It feels like it's Cody's to lose. They need something to do with Cody until he can get back into the title picture there, and this gets him there, at SummerSlam, because they're actually doing the smart thing where the winner of this tournament actually goes on to face one of the champions at SummerSlam, which it should have always been, the same way you win a Royal Rumble, you get a match at WrestleMania. It gives the King of the Ring stakes as opposed to just someone taking on the King gimmick or the Queen gimmick and then just kind of being a comedy act for the most part. I'm really hoping Asuka wins. I don't know if it's via a fluke with Naomi or what, because Naomi and Jade obviously have some heat there. But even the crowd last night in Saudi Arabia were all about Asuka, not so much for Jade. And Asuka's just coming back after an injury, and it's good to see her back. And it would be nice to see her kind of overpowered, and maybe see her go against like an Io Sky would be fantastic.
Do they have
If
like a
they
blood
had
for
her
oil
on Raw.
match there or something like that?
No. Speaking of though, so like many years ago when CM Punk was not wrestling, I think it was basically one of the first Saudi shows. The Miz said something about the Saudi show, or the Miz had said something about CM Punk. I don't know. I don't even remember what the context was, but CM Punk tweeted at the Miz basically like, "Go back to sucking your blood money covered dick," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk actually on this Saudi show now. So when he came out for the kickoff show in Saudi Arabia, the crowd was actually booing him. And one of the guys in, I guess, the front row yelled something at him, and he goes, "Oh, like this guy in the front row, he's, wanting me to apologize for a mean tweet." And he goes up to this guy and he's like, "Make me some room." He gets down right next to him and he shakes his hand and he says, "I want to apologize to you and the country of Saudi Arabia for that tweet." And it's like, that is just like the most cowardly thing. Like, you can say like, it wasn't about the people. Like, obviously he wasn't directing this anger at the people of Saudi Arabia, but like, this is right after like Khashoggi was murdered. There was a reason why everybody was kind of up in arms about this deal at that time, him included. So just to be like, well, I'm taking the money now, and I saw a chart yesterday that was like, as of this
Well, say
pay-per-view,
he was a big man, Daniel. What are you talking about?
is
That
big
man
man.
shook his hand
Again,
and
like,
said
I'm
sorry.
fine with him apologizing to this guy, like if this guy feels offended. And again, the people of Saudi Arabia, but like, come on, like, it was never about them anyway. It was always about like the royal family and Mohammed bin
But
Salman.
then why did they boo then, Daniel?
That's because you know what? Because they took it to heart, and
Well,
they
then
needed
that's why
that
he
apology
apologized. He
apparently.
apologized for it.
Yep.
Yeah, he had apologized to it.
So, but that was very
It's never,
very
but that
funny.
doesn't. Yeah. I mean, we all know that, and even some of them really know that. But it doesn't matter. You have to cater to the fans. That I mean, you don't have to, but he played it. He played. That's the way he wanted to play it. That's the way he wanted to play it.
You want to play the politics game. I get it.
Yeah.
Where else was I going with that? There was something more to it, but now I can't remember. Yeah, I'm blanking. I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, there's that. There's John Cena versus CM Punk. That should be a lot of fun. CM Punk came out last night dressed as like prime rap John Cena, thug life John Cena, which was kind of amusing. Because the week before, John Cena cut a quote unquote pipe bomb style promo. So they're kind of, they're billing this as like a yin and yang thing where it's like, okay, now that, John Cena's the bad guy, CM Punk's the good guy, and then to fill out the card, they've got Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. Championship. Jacob is currently the champion. I'd be interested to see if they want to put
Where is
that.
he from? Fatu.
Fatu, he's from the Bay Area, like San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
He's another of the Samoan family, though. He's, and then you got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, which should be interesting. It's Karrion Kross's first like real show match in a very long time. He's had the occasional match on main event, but like no one pays attention to main event. And then you got Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley in a street fight. That should be a fun match, probably. Raquel isn't great, but I'm sure it's mostly going to be a showcase for Rhea Ripley. Maybe they'll throw some Judgment Day shenanigans in there to get Raquel over, but I don't know. Yeah, so it should be an interesting card. Coming out of this, it really sets up for SummerSlam, which is about a month away now. So, we're kind of on the road to SummerSlam, if you will. Um, and, it's good stuff. SummerSlam is their basically second biggest, pay-per-view. So it's when they put some effort in. And one of the matches that happened last night, Julia versus Zelina Vega for the women's US title. Julia won that. So they're fast tracking her. Watching SmackDown last night, it really felt like they're kind of aimless. It's been 3 hours for basically since they moved back to USA, and it just seems like they don't really know what to do with any of that time. Next week it goes back to 2 hours, so I wonder if it's going to be a more focused show or if it's just going to be, hey, we don't see a lot of these people anymore. Like right now or last night, they just like had all of the tag teams in the division, which admittedly aren't that many, but it's kind of more than what Raw has going on right now. Um, and it's like all of them are trying to, get involved in this match between the Street Profits and the Wyatt Six, because they're like, the Wyatts can't win this belt because they'll ruin, our division or whatever like that. And it just ended up in a disqualification, and I'm sure it'll end up in like a multi-team, match, maybe at SummerSlam, or they'll just do the thing where they're like, oh, the SmackDown before SummerSlam. Can't remember if SummerSlam this year is 2 nights or not, or if that begins like next year. But I know they're doing that, I believe, soon. And yeah, and AEW is leading to their pay-per-view. I think it is. What is it? Is it All In or All Out? I can't remember. I think it's All In. It's the one in Texas. They basically had, this is the one that they did in the UK and was like their big stadium show. And then they brought it to Texas this year. And then I think they ended up having to downsize the arena because they weren't selling tickets like they thought they were going to. But it's kind of like one of their big tentpole events. You're going to have like Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, which is just going to be a huge match. And you've got Will Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks are like putting their EVP titles on the line or something like that. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean if they lose that Will Ospreay and Swerve are then EVPs? That would be kind of interesting. So yeah, they're doing some fun stuff. They're continuing to just put on a very good wrestling show. But the storylines right now, just kind of waiting to hopefully see Jon Moxley get defeated, and hopefully Hangman can do that at this pay-per-view. The thing I was starting to say that I forgot was a graphic I saw yesterday from Brandon Thurston, who's like a metrics guy for wrestling. The Saudi Arabian government has paid 1.5% the total value of every WrestleMania ticket sale ever, because as of right now with the Saudi Arabia deal, WWE has or adjusting for inflation included, has made $600 million, and all of the WrestleMania tickets from the beginning till now, adjusted for inflation, only accounts for 400 million. So that is why they are, doing these deals with Saudi Arabia. So yeah, and they've got another 350 million projected to come in for the next 7 events to make $1 billion, Dominic. So if you ever wonder why all these brands are going over to Saudi Arabia, it's because these guys got money and they are willing to pay you if you are willing to espouse that they are a great country that is not at all problematic whatsoever. So
same as America
would happily do that if they would give us money too.
Except America, they'll let you espouse to some extent of how not great it is, but still
to some extent.
Yeah, but still you can come over here and make money because because they're making money from you too. So you know what? It's a like, hey, it's a give and take kind of thing.
Yeah.
Though, yeah. I mean, because like everything, yeah, a lot of things go through Saudi Arabia. I mean, you got, like I said, the golf. You remember the golf was all against that
Yep.
Saudi deal stuff, and now they're like, yeah, whatever. I said,
Are they
then it's like,
partnering with, or are they
yes.
owned? Did they get bought by?
I don't think. I thought it was more of a. I thought Star Wars was a partnership, but
right? Okay.
but I don't remember. I don't think it was just a buyout. I don't think it was just like a complete buyout.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Oh, there's a merger being discussed. That's what it was. That's where my confusion
yeah.
came from.
So yeah, and I mean, like I said, I don't know what to say on this because the world's a complicated place, and it's like, okay, we're not going to. It's like, okay, I'm not going to do business with these guys because of some of the stuff they did, and like, I mean, you can also make arguments like, hey, your country says, yeah, and I want my country to be better, and so I'm not going to do that. But the thing is, like, but like I said, and this is a capitalistic society. And if you're doing a capitalistic business too, if it's like freaking traded company also, it's about making money. It's like what the partners want. It's like, hey, what y'all want? And then they're like, look, everybody else is making money. It seems like everybody else is going over there. It's like, uh, are we about making money, or are we about having some level of standards? Like we're going to have I mean, not well standards as in like, hey, this is what we feel. We stand on the side like, okay, we're not.
Are we going to be a moral company, or are we going to make a bunch of money?
Yeah. So what are we doing? And it's like, yeah, making money. And say, well, then we go. It's like as long as it doesn't bite us in the ass. The thing is, since everybody else is doing it, hey, we got to do it too. Yeah, that's just what it is, and like whatever, man. All right, so I guess we get to what we're watching, and I didn't watch anything new. I think I caught up with some Duster. Still liking that series. Good. I know on White House Plumbers. I know I got to the episode when they some of the guys got caught, and like I didn't even realize that they tried to break in 4 times in that fucking place.
Oh, really?
And it's like, yeah, and it's like that was the 4th time was the one that got caught, and it's like, what? I said, darn, they were pushing their luck, really. It's like, good God. It's like after a certain amount of time, sometimes I just think you just quit. You know, you just say, like, well, it didn't work. So, no, we can do it again.
No, they definitely said 4th time's the charm, and then, oops.
Yeah, and yeah, man, the show is funny, though. I really like it. I don't think I watched anything new. Haven't seen new movies. Actually, well, I think I mentioned that. Did I mention last week I saw it? No, I actually watched it this week. It was I know I mentioned I was watching it. I finally finished it. It was the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman, and his brother is what's the guy's name? The guy from Training Day, the guy who started in Training Day. Ethan Hawke. Like the devil, like if the devil knows, like when the devil knows you're dead, or you're not dead to the devil.
Before the devil knows you're dead.
Yeah, before your devil knows you're dead. Yeah, movie came out in 2007. It was good. I finished it. It was a pretty good movie. Like it was really well done. I really liked it. It was on Hulu. Now I don't remember when it came out, but like looking at it, I kind of see like maybe I saw a trailer or something. But yeah, man, I like the movie.
Nice.
Did I watch anything else? No, I didn't. I know that whatchamacallit, that Looney Tunes movie that came in theaters briefly is on HBO now.
I had heard that, and I meant to check that out, but I forgot that it was up there.
Yeah, and that came out, and I think when's Peacemaker supposed to come out?
When does Peacemaker come out? Peacemaker season 2. August 21st.
So that's another August movie. So yeah, that's nothing. Oh, I think Ironheart is out, right?
Yeah, Ironheart's out.
Did
I
you
watched
watch
that.
that? How was it?
Yeah. I'm enjoying it so far. So they put out the first 3 episodes, and I get why. It's another one of these things where there's a lot of kind of character establishing and development. You're seeing a lot of new characters, and this, at least at the beginning here, is kind of, I don't want to say an ensemble because it's not like a lot of like known actors in the way I feel like that's kind of used, but it is a large group. She's doing like these heists with this group of criminals um to make money to fund making her suit. Because first episode right away she gets kicked out of MIT and gets dropped from the Tony Stark grant situation because she's causing a lot of damage and stuff. But it's a lot of her going back home and dealing with a lot of the trauma that she was dealing with there, losing her stepfather and best friend, and then kind of what comes from that. And I think they're doing an interesting. I really hope it stays like a smaller kind of scale thing. Like right now, they're kind of breaking into these like millionaire, billionaire kind of corporation things, but it's still almost this street level situation. And, I hope it keeps that throughout the series instead of going into like, oh, by the end of it, there's a black hole that opens up in the sky and now she's fighting aliens from, that followed Miss Marvel through or something like that. Um, Obviously they're gonna try and tie this into that stuff eventually, but I hope they give her the character development to kind of let that stuff go through first. The CG, I think they spent a lot of money on this series. It looks good. Um, so that's nice, and I think for the first 3 episodes so far, it's working for me. So I'm into it.
Okay. That's all you watched.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
All right. I guess we'll be playing, so you can keep going.
Yeah, so I played more Mario Kart. I tried out the online finally. That is very hectic. I mostly tried out the knockout tours, which I can get to the point where you're like you have to be top like 12, and then usually there's something like right before the next checkpoint or drop off point where I just get obliterated by somebody with a shell, and then somebody else runs into me, and then something else happens. Um, but I like the chaoticness of it because I get to experience more of the different items when you're playing, especially like on 50cc or 100cc against the computer, and you're really able to kind of stay near the front. You don't get a lot of the more interesting items, and in this one, they've added stuff like this gold shell where it shoots out coins and stuff like that. And you've got the jumping flower, I think that, or the jumping feather. I think that stuff's pretty cool. I will say, after having seen that donkey video I talked about last week, where he's using the rewind to avoid blue shells, man, that is like unstoppable. It feels like, at least against the computer. I didn't try that doing an online race. Didn't even have the opportunity because it wasn't anywhere near first for the most part. But against the computer, like that's an excellent strategy. Once you see that thing start to hover above your head and move down a touch, you hit that rewind button, you back up, it explodes right in front of you, and you just keep going. And because you don't get affected by it, even that little bit of loss in going back, you don't really have a lot of people pass you. So that worked out really well. Playing more Link's Awakening too, just getting further in that. Beat the face in the floor boss. I can't remember. I think that's part of the face dungeon. And that's getting pretty close to the end. I want to say that's like fifth or sixth dungeon. Kind of on my way to the end of that game. And then I tried out this demo on the PC, Constance. I can't remember which of the shows or whatnot I saw this from. But this is Metroidvania, very it very obviously is taking inspiration from a Hollow Knight, but also Celeste. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Celeste, where you're getting back into the action pretty quickly. It's not like where you're just instantly, get touched by one thing and you die and you have to start over again, like a Meat Boy style thing. But you do, I mean, the purple hair that the main character has is kind of one of the biggest things where it's like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of inspiration here. But it also just feels very similar to that. The jumping feels very nice. The combat feels pretty good too. There is a dodge in there. You basically like Splatoon into the floor. You can also kind of Splatoon midair too. You turn into like a gooey ink thing, and then you kind of reform into your humanoid form. The demo is pretty short. It's about 20 minutes or so. But it gives you a nice taste of what you're going to be dealing with. There's some pretty precision platforming in there where you have to use your weapon to like temporarily disable this void stuff. It's like black void gunk, and then jump through and then do another one and then another one. And, before the other one gets triggered or, in time with the other one. It seems really cool. I don't know if there's a release date for that yet, Constance, but I am definitely keeping an eye out on that. It seems like it'll be pretty cool. It's coming out November 24th. So, in the grand scheme of things, relatively soon, but definitely something to keep an eye on, I'd say.
So, what are we talking about again?
Constance.
Oh, Constance.
I think we saw it. Yeah, I think we saw it. I want to say it wasn't at the Keeley's. It might have just been from the Steam Next Fest stuff, and I saw somebody talking about it coming out of there as one of the top things. I tried to go back to Mina the Hollower, but it seems like that was one of these Summer Game Fest demos that's like locked behind a time barrier, which I hate. Like,
I hate,
made the demo, like, just let people play it.
See, yeah, especially if it's like a single player thing. It was like, betas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah. Or unless it's like it was just so bad or something like horrible, like
we're
changing everything. Like we're changing everything, so we got to take it down.
Burn it to the ground. Nobody needs to see this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've been playing Lost in Random. The latest one, the Eternal Die, I think it's called. Which is a roguelike game of that game. Since I never played the first one, so I don't know how the story is connected. So I don't know if it's like a continuation or what, or this is a whole new freaking character. I have no idea. So I'm just playing through this, and I like it so far. I mean, it's just a roguelike similar to what we have in Hades and other games of that ilk. And characters, but it has a story there too. Apparently, this is a world that's like a game, I guess. like you have a little pet dice that follows you, and you can use as as abilities also. Like you could throw the dice, and all depends on I guess what it rolls. It does a certain ability. Like you could throw it, if you throw it to your enemies, they'll just hit it. But as you progress through the game, just like in other damn, I just said it. What's the genre? The roguelike, roguelike games. Yeah. You get like abilities that you can add to it. So I guess like one ability has said like, hey, if it rolls 4 or 6 or whatever, it'll throw poison when you throw it. Then you also have your own weapons that you can get, like just like these games. Like it has one where you get an arrow, which you have to hold, to shoot. And then if it's a flash, you get like a critical. You get the max, attack on it. I mean, and this is something that all those games have borrowed from each other on. Because it's like, oh, so if you're very familiar with roguelikes, you'll know how to play it. It's really just do you like the atmosphere or the story or whatever? And it has that like Jim Henson. That's a Jim Henson. I'm sorry, Tim Burton as kind of look, to it, and like the way you talk to characters and things of that nature. So it's kind of I like it. I mean, it's all right so far, and I'm curious to see where it goes. And like it makes me curious to try the other game, but I want to stop playing this game because I start the other game, then I start that, and then like it's like from there it's like whatever. I'm just gonna play through this and just see what happens afterwards. But yeah, I mean, so far I got to the second stage of that world, and like after fighting the first bosses, and like you're still and like you're confused, like because when you die, you come back. You say, "Oh, I'm still alive," and like, but you're trying to. The guy who got you stuck in this world is you're getting revenge on him because I guess he must have either destroyed your castle or killed your family or did something. Yeah, revenge against him. So you meet these other characters too throughout, which provide you help. Like there's a character that sells you like items and stuff, weapons, and then there's a character that sells you abilities. So then that's how they do interact. Just like I'm just compared to Hades because that's really the one I played the most. But it's like, yeah, like they've really borrowed a lot. It's like they borrow a lot from these other games, but it's like I don't mind because I like those games. And I'm still waiting for Hades, even though technically I can play Hades 2 now, and I think it does have an ending, but it's still technically not a full release yet. So I'm kind of holding out on that. Even though at one point I was going to play, but I think yeah, it was on my other old hard drive. So it unfortunately that had gone went up, but though I can still download it to play now, and probably a new version, a newer, better versions out now. But I just at this point I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait till the full release comes out because if I play through this Hades 2 now, I'm not those guys that's gonna go back. Like
Right.
even if they say it's a full release, like it would have to be like years later. I'll come back. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't play that now. So yeah, so playing this game kind of feels that ilk of like just jumping in and just killing some things, dying, and like coming back, and yeah, the game and it feels well. It feels good. Like playing it. Like I don't really have too much to complain about so far. I mean, I'm still early on in the game, but like there's still some things um to really unlock because I haven't only unlocked one weapon, and that was the bow. So yeah, I'll continue playing that. The other game I played was Firebreak. I play a lot of Firebreak. I played with some more random people on a different stage. Well, ended up just being me and this other guy. It was fine. It was hard. It was hard. I think we ended up dying though, because I think maybe he was probably new to it too. Like this stage is where you're in the offices now, which is like in control, but the sticky notes get all stuck on you. You got to shoot them, and if
Mm.
they get stuck on you, they'll start taking your health and things of that nature. And then eventually, sometimes they turn into like morph into like some humanoid look, and that you have to shoot. And I know we were supposed to like we were fighting this boss, which is all like a huge boss. It looked like a Sandman, but the sticky notes of Sandman, and then like just trying to kill him, and I think that's where we died at. But yeah, we were just still learning. I think we were still trying to figure out what to do because first I didn't realize how to because it said shoot the sticky paper, but I was thinking like shoot the ones only like humans. I didn't realize the sticky notes all around me. I had to shoot like all on the floor and stuck everywhere because then I realized like they're all getting stuck on me. I was like, hey, what the hell's going on? But yeah, I mean, it's all right game. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't hate it. Like I said, like I couldn't imagine myself paying for it though. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine like, hey, I will buy this game. Like I would feel like, yeah, this game would have to be free, like free to play or something. Like or add on. It would have to be an add on to something because I can't imagine like this being a full blown game unless there was more to it. Like especially like there's really no story mode. Like you kind of just hearing some of the story as it goes on. kind of Left 4 Dead, but not as good as that though. And as far as like following the story, because it's I don't know. I mean, because I played by myself once, and yeah, I will say that look, there are cheats. I found some cheats to the game, but I played by myself. I don't know if you can use your cheats against people. I don't intend to. So I just made a private room because I wanted to start from the very beginning. I want to start from the beginning, and I wanted to see it through. Like I wanted to do all the
see what they have
in
to
the game.
offer.
Yeah, and yeah, like there's a guy telling you what to do and everything. Like, hey, you need to stop these fans and like or start these fans up. And like it's too much heat like coming through, and like I have to cool down the furnace or something like that. Like but this paranormal stuff is happening that's causing all this fire and stuff like that. And these zombie looking people and things of that nature. And yeah, but it's not really still a lot there. I think it's more of like you keep playing, you'll piece it together, I guess. Or maybe if you play Control, maybe some things will sound familiar, but I didn't play enough Control to remember everything or even people's names. So I don't know. But yeah, like I mean, playing with people, like it seemed like yeah, you try to survive, you help your partners out while you do these things, and like each guy has a special ability. Like now, I played as the I forgot what they were called, but they have the water hose, and I think they're the ones that can easily put out fires, and I think also cool you off and heal you, and I think some other things they could do. I forget, but I see that like the things that I could do as a fix it. Everybody can do everybody's job, but it's just easier with the specific job. Like with the fix it guy, all I had to do was just hit it with a wrench. With this, I gotta press when I wanted to fix something, I have to press some certain amount of buttons, to fix it. Which I noticed that when I was doing a charge, that's what I had to do. While I think there is a charge kind of character, it's probably you just put the device you have and it just does it without you having to insert a certain amount of buttons, which could potentially hurt you. Because like if you're doing that, you might get shocked if you hit the wrong button. So I was like, okay, so now I see how this works. It's like some people have certain abilities that for certain jobs is a lot easier to do. So if you have like one person, because only three kind of guys you can pick. So if you have each of those people and y'all work together, it makes that game a whole lot easier. So so now I'm like, okay, so I can definitely see how the teamwork aspect works in this. And they have different levels, like you can make it harder. And I still don't understand. I guess you have to beat it a certain amount of times, these stages, to unlock the other clearances. Now I don't know what the clearance means, because I know that you can automatically make the levels harder just by picking easy, normal, and extreme, whatever. But I wonder if another clearance is another part of that same space but different stage, or is it just the same stage and things are different? I don't know. I don't know what that means yet. So, and they kind of don't tell you everything, and maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it is for like more discovery, kind of like that. It could be like what Exo Primal is, somewhat. I mean, Exo Primal. Like things would just happen. Like I didn't know that could happen, and I think they did it kind of on purpose to surprise you. Like as you just keep playing the game. But yeah, it's weird. That game was really weird. Like, and this I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a lot to unlock there. You just gotta keep playing it. But I mean, it's all right game. But like I said, for even though it's not a full price game, it's just like I don't know. It's like is this even? I don't know if I can recommend it. Like, I'm glad it's free on these Xbox Game Pass and the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't imagine like people really buying it. All right, so
yeah, I mean the numbers on Steam right now for that game I think are pretty abysmal. It's like hundreds, like less than 300 concurrent players.
Because they ain't got a free version for that one.
Yeah.
It's just they had to pay for it. All right. So I've been playing some of the Miles Edgeworth games, the Ace Investigations, I think it's called, something like that. Which I had played before. I played it both on the DS, and I also played it on the emulation on the PC, because the part 2 was never released on this side of the world. So now they finally did it, and they got it in a combo pack, just like the other Ace games. So I've been playing that, and like you can play in both the DS version or like the look of the game. Like it be all pixelated, or it can look like the new cartoon look, which that's the way I'm playing it, of course. And yeah, playing this game, like the story is pretty good, and it's okay. It's like it's an alright game. It's different than the other games because this is more investigation. It's not in the courtroom. You're not in the courtroom. Like it's not you doing a little investigation, then go to court. You're doing all the investigations outside of court and finding the person. Though I kind of want it to be both. That's why I always thought, and I said this before when I talked about this game, because I really thought it was just you being on Miles Edgeworth side of things and then going to court against somebody. But nah, you're really just dealing with like the detectives, even though you're playing detective, which is like prosecutors don't do this. Like it should be a detective doing this. It's like, but you're doing the work, and like Gumshoe's all the dopey little guy who's with you, like who should be the investigator guy probably, but he's too stupid. But it's funny. The dialogue be funny sometimes, like between those two and everything. But yeah, but the overall story is pretty good. Like what this deal with this whole organization, like this what is it? What I'm looking for? Some organization that they deal with stealing these artifacts and making some forging stuff and things of that nature, and it also has to deal with these countries also that are behind it. It's a lot of turn, and like it goes in a way that it starts from like something in the present, but then you go to a past case, and then you see how it all connects together to at the end. Like I'm at the end. I'm at the last case right now. So yeah, I mean, just having fun with that game again. I'm remembering some stuff because like I really forgot a lot about this game until I started playing it again. I was like, oh, okay, I remember some things now. And I still remember 2. I gotta see 2. So like there's still probably 5 more cases I have to do after this one. I think it's just 5. There was no DLC that I'm aware of. I think that's it. I mean, I played some NCAA football. I know streaming, but that seems to do well. Like I seem to do that well. But I went back to try to play Doom again. It wasn't as bad as before, but it wasn't great. So I don't know, man. I really wish Xbox streaming was so much better. Yeah, so that's it. So I guess we take a quick break. Where we get back, we get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. So now we're flashbacking to 2015. This is just flashback for a new month of covers, because as we're recording this, it is the end of June, and we did all the games for June. So now we're moving on to July, and we're doing video game covers for July that have happened for the last 30 years. So we're starting with, oh, Dan, you want me to do all these? Good God, Daniel. So we're starting with 2005. Well, I'm sorry, no, 2015. So with 2015,
I'll cut
10
down
years
some
ago,
of the 2005s.
And we got Edge Magazine, and we got Deus Ex on the Mankind Divided. This is a sequel to the latest Deus Ex, really. When they are with Square Enix is with Eidos, and the first Deus Ex was called Human Revolution. Was that what it was called?
Yeah, Human Revolution.
Okay. And I played that one. I liked it. It was all right. I totally don't remember anything about the game now because it's been so long. I mean, it's been 10 years. It's been at least 10 years, because I don't know when the game comes out. It's 10 years of this on the cover. God, man. it's been a while since the other game came out. Because yeah, I was at Target. I remember just like the trailer just coming out for that game, that CG trailer for
Yeah.
Deus Ex, and god damn, it's been that long. But yeah, but Mankind Divided. I mean, it was hype behind that. Now I think when it came out, it was it wasn't as like praised or liked as the one that came out before it. Um, I forgot why people were somewhat down on it because, like I said, I didn't play it, and I think that kind of caused me not to really go ahead and grab it and just play something else
Yeah.
because of that. Because I did, like I said, I did like the first of the. I guess I keep want to say remake because I don't know. I don't know how much connected these are to the original, the ones that came back in the early 2000s. Honestly, like I really don't know if they're.
I feel like
If
that
this is
wiped that off the map because
yeah
everybody was really sad about that one.
yeah. All right. So what I have up here to have also inside Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Oh yeah. That's gonna be that's gonna be big for different reasons. Also tested Apple Watch Gaming. Oh my god, Apple Watch Gaming. Darn. Yeah, I didn't. Is that still a thing? Are people still playing games on the Apple Watch?
I don't think anybody ever was.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to hear people talk. Yeah, if I hear about anything about Apple Gaming, it's they're either playing through their like on TV through their Apple whatever connected thing or their phone. What else I have here? I can't even read. I want to read this, but it says Mankind Divided. Why did it have black font on
Yeah.
top of
I feel
his black
like it was
suit?
maybe like a silvery font because they're like kind of glistens of the edge of the word, but yeah.
Okay, it
Stronger,
says stronger,
deadlier,
deadlier,
deeper?
deeper. Yeah, deeper rebuilding the
Yeah.
action RPG.
I mean, this is Edge, so yeah, it was probably like shiny, cool stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I ain't got the right monitor for this thing. I need to be like an 8K monitor or something to read it. But previews are Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Are they gonna do a remake of that one, Daniel?
We can only hope it would just be a complete remake of it. Yes.
Triad Wars and Project 05. Now, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, was that what was the problem with that one? I remember it was a bad one. Was that
didn't feel good.
It wasn't
and then
a
I
board
think there
with
was
that one,
also
was it?
like it was constantly online too.
It wasn't. It
That's the
didn't come
one
with
with
a
Lil Wayne.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that wasn't like a motion one.
Okay. It was like they're supposed to be going back, right? Like they did that motion, and then it's like, hey, we got Tony Hawk 5, Pro Skater 5 coming out.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna return to our roots, basically, and then it just felt bad and was like always online. And I think the biggest issue was just that it felt bad, and everybody kind of shit on it.
Well, now they
there.
got this down Skate. Well, Skate 4 is going to be always online, and everybody should love that one, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, I mean, not that the always online will be the problem, but it's really just like that term. I didn't even know. I can't believe I did not know that was like just an always online game. I thought that game was or free to play, whatever it's supposed to be. I literally thought that was going to be just a whole game. I wish they would have did that. Why couldn't they just do what Tony Hawk did and then have online? Like games used to have these days. They used to have like, hey, you can do all this stuff too, and we got it online if you want to join. No, it has to be one or the other, Daniel. It has to be one. It has to be one or the other. All right. We got Game Informer here, and we got Halo 5, the Guardians. I want to play this game again because I feel like every time I say that, like I played the game probably like maybe beat it like twice or maybe 3 times. I always said like maybe I'll understand what the hell's going on when I play it this time. And it never seemed to work out for me. Because I like the Cortana stuff. It just got weird. It's like she's a bad guy now, and it's just I don't know. That's like what was the I want to know what was the end goal because I know they probably scrapped it because they went all with Halo, the most recent one that came out on Xbox Series X Infinite. That it's like, oh no, we got a new Katana now. The old Katana's gone. and now I forgot. You know what? I forgot what was really happening. That game was confusing. No, it was confusing. The story wasn't that also that memorable either. So like they went away from confusing, but it went for so basic. It was like a guy from that was the Halo Wars. So yeah, so on this cover, yeah, we got the damn, I forgot what they were called. What team was this called? They were called Team
Ops.
Teams CO6 or something. But I was saying no. What Bravo? Were they called Bravo team? No.
That sounds right.
Alpha team. Let me see. Halo.
Bravo. Well, so Master Chief had his own team in this one?
Yeah.
Because I know he had the guys like hunting them down.
Yeah,
this is the one where I still haven't played any of this game. So
what, 5?
Didn't remember. Yeah,
I thought I played some of 5 with you. I don't think we beat it. Maybe. I don't think we beat it, but I could have sworn I played some of 5 with you.
Maybe.
Wait. Blue team. They call it Blue Team. Yes.
Was there Red Team then as the opposite?
No, they were called. Maybe they were
just
called
steal
Bravo.
their thing.
Know. Maybe they're called something
Red
else.
Team, Blue Team.
Blue Team, yeah. And I don't know that I want to say the other team was maybe they were Bravo or something. I forget.
Because that was the one led by Locke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy, yeah, because it's like an actor guy. But then you find out, like, oh no, it's just his face in the game. In the show, it was him, of course. But in the game, it's just his face. Someone was talking for him.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
he wasn't even. Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, wait a minute. So he couldn't voice act? Like, why? It's like, and then who cares about seeing his face? Just keep his helmet on there. Shit. Yeah, it was so. Yeah, man, it was a lot of weird stuff happened with that. Man, I still had fun playing it. I mean, it still felt good shooting and everything in that game. Like, I didn't care about that, and I actually enjoyed the multiplayer because I actually was doing okay in it. But yeah, I know Halo enthusiasts, which I don't know because now that I say like Halo fans, but I don't. Those guys are like my age, so we're kind of we're in your 30s when this game. Yeah, you're in your 30s when this game came out. I don't know. I mean, I guess the younger guy, people, I don't know. So that's what I wonder. Like people who are Halo, like now I think of Halo fans. Now I'm like, you guys are close to like at the upper end. You're like in your 50s or close to 50. You're like in the lower end, you're like in your maybe mid 30s up. Or like maybe 30s. Yeah, no mid 30s. Because my niece, because when Halo came out, she was only 5. Yeah, so no, you can't be that. No. So yeah, you would have to be like maybe the mid 30s, like 10. Like I said, I'll give you 10. So mid 30s. So I don't know, like what you want, like what those people those ages would want, and that probably never come back to that because we're not gonna get no shooters like that, like those anymore. Like there aren't any shooters of that ilk really anymore.
Yeah,
like they're different. They're a little bit. They're definitely faster. They're more fast paced. They're more quick. They're more like Call of Duty now. I can't compare what today's Call of Duty is to the when I first played Modern Warfare. Like I haven't really touched it. But yeah, I don't know what to do with the Halo now to get people to say, hey, like I see video stuff. I'm like, oh, I mean, if it's like a younger person saying what they want, then yeah, maybe I'll listen to them. I might more so listen to them than even people my age. Because I was like, well, what we want, or people maybe you want, like, where do you get that fixed now? Like, what game is like that now? If there isn't, that means they're not making those games anymore. What type of shooters? Yeah.
That's why you have even them doing these extraction shooters, which doesn't seem to be paying off for them.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it's only like you said, it's only like someone just like how with what's the Fortnite genre called?
Um,
Uh, damn, it's uh Battle Royale. Even though like with Battle
yeah, there
Royale,
you
there's
go.
only
I kept thinking battleground, and I'm like, it's not battleground. What is the word?
I just think like
Battle
Battle
Royale. Yeah.
Royale is that like you only a few, left. I mean, stayed. I mean, like I remember it was like a whole bunch come out, but then they died real quick. Like nothing was able to stay. Like,
Yeah.
and it also has something to do with like. I mean, I keep saying this, but it's true because the economy. Because the way things were back then, like there was a lot of MMOs, and even some still survive somehow. But I guess you don't need but so many people just to watch the servers or something like that. But it it was like it seemed like it's a lot more out there, like as for multiplayer, and the player bases weren't as big,
Right.
but they were able to survive. 'Cause I guess you didn't need much money to do that. Now I guess the investment and the money is it's like I don't know, like maybe it's just the correlation is that hey it has to be making this certain amount of money. It can't have a player base of like something that was like 20 years ago and survive. It would have to be a bigger player base or I don't know. I'm guessing. I just want to know like what happened like that where you needed a whole bunch of microtransactions to get things moving. I guess you got to a point where a game did it and made this much money. That's the goal now. You can't go anything lower than that. I don't know. It's like they yeah like the goal and what the money they have to make is it's changed so much over the years that it's like seeing a game like when playing like Planetscape and was out, and then you had of course EverQuest and stuff like yeah they're different games, but it's still there's still people playing games. Like I mean you have so many different types of people playing games, and like but then you got shooters, and then you have like Unreal, and like those like they're not making like you buy the game that's it right like they're not playing monthly for those servers and Unreal or anything. But it's like now, it's like you have to have it to keep making money. Like you can't have a game just say like, "Hey, we got you buy this game, then you can just play it." It's like it
Yeah.
has to keep making money. It can't just not like keep creating new revenue. Like if it's not creating revenue, it's almost like it's not worth doing. And like I'm mad that we have gotten to that space that is like that.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping that with these like when I remember like when I was younger, like when Xbox and then PlayStation like they start doing online, I was always thought I mean because I didn't really know how things work. Like I was thinking like oh so do they hold the servers then? And but then like and that's how the games work. Like we can play online, but then there was like peer I guess it's peer to peer. Like we actually are the servers or something like that. Like you would go by because somebody can make it lag. Like I guess I never knew how that worked. Like, and I kind of still don't. Like, how was it like? Um, we was able to play online games, but like somebody would be the host. Like someone would be the host, and they would just
Mhm.
host it through their internet. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically
So
they
yeah,
were doing the heavy lifting while everybody else's, computer was just doing what it needed to do,
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
That's why you wanted the person with the best connection to be
Connection. Yeah, and that's
hosting
what
the
they
game.
do. And then people used to manipulate that. And yeah, I know that it sucked, but it's like darn, it also made it available for us to be able to play online. Um, but yeah, I was kind of hoping that those companies though would get to a point like they would have their own service, but and they would get like third parties and stuff would go through them, like they something like that. But I don't know. I mean, I honestly like I said, I don't know how you work that out to make it cheaper. I mean, now it's not, I know it's not going to happen, but I always thought like with the consoles, like oh, they have it so they can help them out, so they can have um some server space. But then it's like you got to buy a whole lot. But I was like, well people, I mean, yeah, you have to buy a lot. I mean, but also there's a lot of games coming too. I mean, they'll be paying them, and I don't know. I guess it's just it was just too much, and now at the point like they have to keep making money. They have to give you the microtransactions and stuff like that, so you can do it, and it sucks. All right, so where are we at here? Darn, I spent a lot for gaming for more damn cover. All right, so now we're on Xbox official magazine. They're still coming out now because I don't know why they're still coming out. Honestly, no. The one Xbox One has to come. Xbox One, Xbox One has come out. They're still they think they're going to come back. They're going to make a comeback. It's like, okay, we did bad for the first year. So, but we're going to come back strong. Halo 5 is coming. I think it was
a great idea to include a Kinect in every magazine, though.
All right, so on the front of here, man, they got Star Wars Battlefront, man. I mean, this was big.
Yeah.
Like EA getting the license, so he was like, "Oh, they do Battlefield, and now they're going to have Battlefront. Yeah, this should all work." And I mean, it sold well, and like people played it.
It looked visually incredible too.
Oh, visually, it looked awesome, but there were problems that I can't remember why. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't either for the first one.
Yeah, I don't know why for the first one. But
the second one was all the microtransaction stuff, but the first one I don't remember why it didn't.
Or Battlefront one ratings. Like I might just look at it like off like when we get done the podcast. So I don't look at the history of that because I want to know like. Or maybe there wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying there wasn't a problem.
Maybe one was fine, and then it was two that just kind of killed the franchise immediately.
Exactly. When they probably shouldn't have gone with the two. Maybe they should just keep just adding to one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think even around this time, it was still a little before we were doing that with games in the same way.
Oh no, I get it. No, I totally understand. Yeah, because I mean, hell, look, Destiny. But
the platform, you mean, Dominic?
Yeah. So it wasn't until 2 that they actually did what we thought they essentially
they promised. Yeah.
So, but Battlefield was just that. Because I remember people like really liking it. I think it was the only problem it was really me because they had bots. That's what it was. The first one didn't have bots, and I think I didn't like that. I think 2, I want to say 2 didn't have bots initially. I don't know if they put them in later. I have no idea, honestly. I mean, that was a problem with a lot of shooters around this time. And like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Like, actually, it's like the only game I could think of was like Call of Duty would do that. And like they did it in the later games, but it wasn't that far later. I mean, I don't think Modern Warfare 2 didn't have bots. I don't think it did. But I think eventually, I think 3 definitely had bots. I know Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 definitely had bots. Maybe 2 did. I don't remember. But I know from Black Ops 3, they did have bots. And I was surprised. I was like, wow, they actually have it so I can just play by myself. I mean, which is great. But I really wanted that years ago because I don't really play those type of games as much as anymore. Because I would feel better like after going against like people multiplayer and they kicking my ass. But I played like I think there was a beta for this game or something, and I played that. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't get it, and I'm trying to think why didn't I get this game? Why didn't I get it? Maybe it was because of the bots. Maybe that's what it was, Daniel. I was like, oh, I don't want to play exclusively online, and I wanted the story mode. That's what it was too, and it was like just multiplayer. Yeah, that was just me. Yeah, but everybody else, I think they had a good time. Like a lot of people were playing it because it looked good. It was like, man, it looks a totally lot of fun. And I think I had enough multiplayer games because I was like, I got Plants vs Zombies. I played every now and then up there, and my friends, we still was playing Gears 3. I mean, shit. So it was I was good. And then I was like, hey, Halo 5 Guardians is coming out. Man, that was going to be one of the biggest things ever. What else I got up here? Like I said, Halo 5 Guardians right here has the Master Chief gone to the dark side. Ooh,
that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah. Also, what is it? 25 best Star Wars moments in Xbox history. Okay, they all are on Knights of the Old Republic. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, Elite Dangerous. How Frontier is bringing an entire universe to Xbox One. Oh man, this was pre-Starfield, Daniel.
Impressive.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous. I tried that game. I think it was like they gave it to us for free. I think I tried to think that I tried before then, but I cannot drive a ship. I was just going on circles. Then I realized, oh my god, this is hardcore. This is not. I was like, this is not for me. Um, Also inside Mortal Kombat X review, Lego takes on Skylanders. Oh, this is when Lego gets into the toys for how about the Toys for Bob game?
Yeah.
But I'll say
Toys to Life.
The Toys to Life game. State of
Yeah,
Decay
Lego
review.
Dimensions.
Call of Duty maps rated and hands-on with Swordy. You remember Swordy, Daniel?
I don't.
Me neither.
Swordy.
And they got up here, there's X, Mankind Divided, half man, half robot, all amazing. He ain't no Robocop. He ain't my Robocop. But anyway,
I looked up this game Swordy, and I don't recall this game ever at all.
All right. Is it a hidden gem?
It's an early access game. Still.
Oh, still.
Seemingly.
Good God. Oh,
from
so
July 21st, 2016, and it's still in early access, seemingly.
Hey, they still.
The last update made by the developers was over 7 years ago. The information and timeline described by the developer here may no longer be up to date.
Oh, well, that's pretty bad. Well, hey, we still have that game, that space game that's even longer. That was like 2013 or something like that.
Yeah.
2013 and 14. What the hell is that game called?
What is that game called? I want to say Elite Dangerous now, but obviously it's not that. What is it?
Genre Busters. Darn, yeah, what is that? Because I was so excited for it. Yeah, and we used to keep talking about it, and now that's like the running joke of like, because every now and then you see something comes like, hey, this game has this, and still not officially
Star Citizen.
Oh my goodness! Like, that's a game that probably should have had like, if it was going to release like a normal game schedule, like it should have released like last generation. It's gonna be. It's never going to. I don't think it's ever going to come to consoles at all. But it's like it's still going. Like we're about to go to another generation now, and like the Switch 2 was out. Like they were talking about this game before the Switch 1. They were doing that game, and the Switch 2 is out now, and still it hasn't been officially released. Hell, I don't even know this. I don't even think the single player thing's been released with the voice acting from Mark Hamill or something. Is that? Are they even allowed to even still release that if they want to? I wonder, can they still like release anything for what those actors did? Like what? I don't know. That is just such a weird.
They're gonna wait until Mark Hamill passes away, and they're gonna be like, "Look at all this stuff that we created for him."
I mean, it's probably on the contract, like, "Hey, we can release it, but we're just not ready yet." It's just weird because that's been years now since he recorded that stuff.
I'm gonna have a 20-year younger Mark Hamill voice.
All right.
You need to touch up your lines. Oh no, it sounds like you've been smoking for the past 5 years.
All right. So where are we at now? We are at. That is it for 2015. So now we're going to 2005, 20 years ago. PlayStation Magazine. This is the unofficial PlayStation Magazine. And I got a lot of things open here. Let me close you guys out here.
That's what I just did too.
Okay. Oh, the unofficial PlayStation Magazine. And we got Metal Gear Solid 4 on the front here, man.
Couldn't be done on the Xbox, Dominic.
MGS4 on PS3. Exclusive Snake, Raiden, Merle, Big Balls. Get ready to get rocked. Man, yes. I was somewhat even excited for this, even though like I was really big on 3. But I mean, I was still somewhat a fan of Metal Gear. Like I wasn't full blown like Kojima hate yet. All right. So like I was still kind of Kojima. I was just like, hey, it came out, Metal Gear Solid came out at a time when I was like actually like a very young adult and working. And so I just couldn't really be fanboy-ish on them as I want to. But now, because I was still thinking I'm getting a PS3, honestly. I didn't know the price yet of the system or anything. So I was still under the impression like, yeah, I'm sticking with PlayStation. That's what I'm doing. They're the best. So yeah, that's what's going. So also got here Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which is hey, now that came in on Xbox. So they get that. Exclusive online multiplayer, new camera, the Lost Metal Gear. I never played no Subsistence game until I think when they had the bundle thing with all the Metal Gears and stuff. I think I tried it. Two. I think I tried two. Also, they got Metal Gear Acid 2. The PSP sequel goes through a radical change. I played some of Acid in that bundle too when it came on 360, and wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Also, look, the new SSX. SSXXE. Oh, it's supposed to be like sexy. But
no, they changed it into a BMX triple X like.
Rish. But here we go. Plus, the Matrix Path to Neo. Yes, it's the Matrix game that everybody wanted when the movie came out.
Yeah.
And next gen Need for Speed. Also, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I think I played. Yeah, I played this game. I bought this game, and I want to say I beat it. I remember nothing about this game, Daniel. Like, not a damn thing.
I believe it's actually supposed to be pretty okay.
No, I don't remember hating it.
Spin-offs.
I was saying, I don't remember hating this game. I definitely never played that Sub-Zero game. If that Sub-Zero game was 3D, I think I would have. But I think it was a 2D game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2D.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was the time that I was like, 3D games, man. I was like, Mario 64 ruined it. It was like, I'm not playing no 2D games. Especially on the N64. Because I don't know if I had... That did come on PlayStation, but I always remember seeing the N64 of that game, though. For some reason. Because it was better. Maybe it was. I mean, or maybe at the time, I didn't have PlayStation. I'm not sure. PSP's next hits. Yeah, and that's probably the last hits, too. Yeah, but man, and PSP, like I said, those weren't bad consoles. I think it's just like it's one of those things where I don't know what the expectations were of the sales, and it's just it's like the idea of like, yes, I want to play the games that I play on TV, just have it handheld, and that's not a great idea. And you know, for some people, that's what they wanted. Like my friend Foot, that's all good for him. But I guess it wasn't enough for everybody for that. Maybe because at the end of the day, it's like because if you have the same game, it's like, oh, but the other game is better at home, and than me, spending money to play this. I'm not gonna buy both. It's like that. Yeah, it's more of like, you know what, it need to be. Like some games can have both, like say, hey, it's the same one here. You can do that, but I think at the end of the day, you got to have exclusives to make it worth it. And so that's what Nintendo did. Nintendo had it where well, first of all, the thing wasn't powerful enough to play what was on the other system, really. But with the DS, it was just a new thing. Like, so you're gonna get something that's really unique in that way. And with the Game Boy Advance, I mean, that was more like a Super Nintendo, thing. But so you weren't going to get those same type of games as a GameCube, but you're going to get some good Nintendo games still. It was just something different. Like, so it worked out that way. And that was nice
because they had that limitation. So they did interesting 2D stuff there too.
Yeah. So PlayStation needed that. But I always want to know about the financials. Like, was it still, if they would have stuck with it, would it still been okay, or was it just they were just losing money? Was it just losing money? I don't know.
I think at a certain point they were definitely just losing money due to the piracy stuff. And I'm not one to jump on like, oh, the piracy is causing issues, but it very much felt like with this, once it got like majorly exploited, that's when Sony was like, well, we don't want to release games on this anymore. We don't want to put the effort into making games for this anymore because they're just going to get stolen.
Which
And,
is funny
who
that
knows if they would have or not.
they use that UMD thing,
Yeah.
and it still got exploited like so easily. All right, so where we at here? We at Game Informer now, and for 20 years ago, and we got Gun on the front, and I remember this. I was excited for this because I had this magazine.
It seemed really cool.
Yeah, and I played it and beat it. I don't.
And it's also one of those games that like it was an early Xbox One game. It was like it also came out on the
Xbox 360,
but that wasn't the way to play it. So it was like,
don't you dare confuse the Xbox One 360, Daniel. Ruined.
Well, no, didn't they come at? Wasn't this? Oh, it was Xbox original and Xbox 360. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
the real Xbox One, until they just made it that now we can't even say Xbox One. We got to say original Xbox, or I think, or just Xbox. I don't know if you can even get away with that.
But, I don't know if you can say Xbox anymore. Can we say that? Or are we getting canceled?
But yes, Gun. Yeah, it was like a crossover between those two generations, and like I was like wondering, like, oh, what's the difference? And then I see like screenshots and stuff of like how much clearer. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said, well, I guess I'll play this version then. But anyway, and I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed the game. It was short, and I think that's one of the criticisms of it is that how short it was. Which in today's day gaming is like, oh, I would love it to be short, but just not pay $80
for us. Yeah,
$80 or $60 for it. But yeah, I would love the game to be short. But it was an all right action game. Yeah, it wasn't great or anything, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was terrible. I know that. I had an okay time with it. Like it was like kind of weird, like playing this. Like, hey, these are the guys that did Tony Hawk and Spider-Man, and they did this game. But yeah, it was okay. I kind of want to see some video of it now, just to remind me like how this game was.
Yeah.
But I
bet
believe
you if I showed you this versus Red Dead Redemption, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, Tommy. Just saying.
Okay, maybe. I mean, does it still? It looks as good as Red Dead. I mean, that's pretty good because it came out like years before Red Dead.
You're right. I wouldn't say all that, but I remember at the time being excited.
It wasn't open world. It wasn't open. Well, actually, no. It was open world. Was
I was going to say, wasn't it? I thought it was.
Yeah, or at least semi-open world.
I forgot it was made by Neversoft. Holy crap!
Wait, I think God. Oh, you didn't hear what I kept saying? Tony Hawk and Spider-Man. Oh, you thought I was saying?
Saw that, but I was thinking it was Spider-Man and Tony Hawk.
Oh. You was thinking what? You was thinking like the publisher?
I was thinking Spider-Man is the bonus character in Tony Hawk. Didn't make any connections.
But yeah, that was the thing. It was like, hey, the Neversoft is like trying something new, actually original. I mean, technically Tony Hawk is original.
That's why they got punished.
Yeah, that's what they got. Yep. And see, this is why we don't deserve nice things. This is why, like, yeah, with Elo and the Pixar movie, like Elo, whatever it's called, Eloy, like it's like that bombed, but like, hey, people don't want new things, Daniel, and that's like, you know what? Yeah, people just want shit. That's why I say Super Mario Brothers did so well. I'm gonna keep saying this. Yo, we deserve AI movies. We should just get, because I actually think they'll probably be better. It will actually probably it will have no soul, but it won't be at least like
it won't cost a lot of money.
Yeah, it won't cost a lot of money. I mean, I don't care about the money.
It'll just drain our natural resources.
But I'm just saying, like, I won't feel like, yo, somebody actually literally wrote this shit, and they got away with it. They got away with the shit, and they got paid for it. Say, no, I'd rather have a robot do it. I'd rather have a robot write this shit, and nobody get paid. I was like, because you could do better. Because I feel like you could do better. Fucking you have Mario. It's like, yo, okay, yes, this is going to make money. That means you can really put your talents in and make something great. Like, you can might as well just do it. Like actually make a great story out of this. Make it like a classic. Like, Mario ain't a fucking classic. It's not even close to a goddamn classic. All right. All right, so where I'm at here. I'm still on the cover, aren't I? And I think
Yep.
I deleted it. Oh no, I didn't. Here it is.
It's fine. There's not really much more on that
Yeah, it
cover
really isn't.
besides gun.
Bullets through the West and Neversoft's open world epic. Yes, it was open world. Yeah, you did travel to other places, stuff like that. Okay. Giant E3 blowout. Over 64 pages of news and previews. Everything from PlayStation 3 to Peter Jackson's King Kong. Oh my goodness, King Kong.
Yep.
Played that game too. Played both versions. Played the previous console version that was different from the Xbox 360 version. Because when I played that demo on 360, I was like, wow, 360. So I was like, wow, this is totally different from what the original Xbox was. I was like, this is not the same thing. All right, like graphically, it was not the same thing. All right, so now we're going to Xbox Magazine from 20 years ago, and we got Dead or Alive 4 up here. We got this character. I don't know the names, Daniel, of these characters. So what's her name? Do you know her name?
I don't remember her name. It starts with an H, I want to say.
I thought lost she is. Yeah, Hinata. I'm gonna call her Hinata then. Which is it's not her name.
I don't think you're too far off. Hitomi?
Because I just heard that name from it's on an anime. Somebody's named Hinata in the anime I watched. I remember that. Now I'm trying to think what anime I'm even talking about. Anyway,
okay, that's not Hitomi. That's one of the other girls, but Hitomi is a girl in Dead or Alive.
But they're doing a disservice by just having this Camino when we have like so many bathing suits that she could possibly be in for this cover. I mean, this is just it's a sacrilege for Dead or Alive.
We're not to there yet, Dominic. Not to the beach volleyball. Where are we?
Oh, beach volleyball. Yes, because 360 is already out. So we already had beach volleyball. We didn't have extreme.
No, we didn't have extreme beach volleyball. Got it.
I don't think it was even called extreme beach volleyball. It was called extreme beach. It was something missing from that title. Because it was like, this ain't really just volleyball anymore. So they took out the volleyball part, I believe. They probably just said extreme.
It's just mini games where you bounce each other's butts off of each other.
Yeah. Did a lot for new screens, new characters, hot girls. And I mean, it looked impressive. I was like, man, it looks good.
That's who this one is.
Oh, okay.
Kokura.
I would never have guessed that because I don't think I ever said her name out loud in my life.
Also, never played as her. I was Christy May.
Yeah. So, I always played the sisters. Yeah, I always played the sisters, really. But it's still like I always said. I think I even said to you, I was like, yeah, but it don't look that much different from the Xbox one.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I didn't play them side by side, but I had played each one, like the older one and new one. And I said, okay, I see it. Like it runs a little smoother. It looks a little better. Like not as many jags on the arms and stuff. The anti-aliasing is better. But it was like, but because of the art style of Dead or Alive, it was like, it's not gonna look so much better, but it can. But you can have movements be more realistic and stuff like that. You can have things happen a whole lot better.
You can have physics.
Yes, you have the boobs
get better.
Yeah.
Or not more realistic. Extreme.
Yeah, not realistic, but good for us. This was still the time before the Women Revolution Day. So we can still get away with that.
This was pre-burning of the bras, Dominic.
All right. Also, Xbox 360 is here. How it looks, how it plays, how Xbox Live will work, and the games. Also, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas giveaway. Is your poker chip a winner? When we've got 10 Grand Theft Auto BMX bikes to give away. What does a Grand Theft Auto BMX bike look like?
Just like a regular BMX bike, but has Grand Theft Auto written somewhere on it, probably.
Yeah. It's on the banana seat, Daniel. It's a banana seat on the bike, and it has the Grand Theft Auto logo on it. The games are 360. Project Gotham Racing 3. Wow, that was a Project Gotham Racing for 360. Perfect Dark Zero, Ghost Recon 3, The Outfit. Oh, I remember The Outfit.
That's the one that was like a arcade style game, right? Where you're like,
I want to say that,
trying to collect points.
Yeah,
all shooting in third person.
So, but yeah, Project Gotham Racing, man, darn, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to come back, really.
Nah,
Yeah,
especially when we're
you got two
potentially
versions of
talking about
Forza.
losing, and we're
And like,
potentially going to lose one of them
oh, what the
based on these layoff rumors that I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, I mean, you might as well just make Horizon like super big and say like, hey, if you
Yeah, the
want the
primary.
regular Forza stuff, just go to this section of the world and you can just do
Yeah.
regular racing and something like that.
We just have Le Mans over here. You can go in a
Yeah,
circle.
they should just put F1 shit in there now. All right. So game. Oh darn, I'm still up here, Daniel. I'm about to go to gaming news, and I ain't even freaking finish this. We got the official PlayStation magazine. I don't know why you chose this cover. I was thinking I shouldn't even showed it to you then. SOCOM 3
so many
is on the cover.
players.
Yes, you can play 32 players online. Did we say more? Which this is a huge deal.
No,
okay, because this
they not say more.
because this is a huge deal because this is PlayStation 2. This wasn't even PlayStation 3 out yet. So 32 player online, yeah, that's pretty crazy for that time.
That's when you go in and talk to your nerd friends who only have PCs and you're like, look what my console can do. And they're like, yeah, ours can do this forever. And it's like, but that's $10,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's probably a lot closer to that back then. But SOCOM 3, but the thing is, I always want to know, like, what was the player count daily? I want to know for back then. Because I've been
36, so there was actually just one game going on at a time.
Yeah, because I literally like knew only one person that had the modem.
Yeah.
At the time, it was my sister's boyfriend, and I know all he played was Madden. Because he been saying like, "Man, you don't got the online." I remember because I don't think I had a 360 yet, and I remember seeing like that, and I say, "Oh, you got online for this?" Because I was seeing stuff back. Like, yeah, I said, "Oh, you don't? You didn't?" I said, "Nah, man." Because he said, "Yeah, you gotta get it." I said, "Yeah, but I don't got all I got is dial up." And I mean, I know you can play some dial up, but I was like, I just don't know how fast it's gonna be. As I don't want to spend that money, and it's like I didn't want to spend that money to do it. And said, and I definitely ain't gonna be playing on Madden. I can't be mad against regular people I know. I be damn I'm gonna play against people I don't know who probably really know how to play. So, but yeah. I mean, because I always want to know like how was the player count on the PS3, but I was always looking forward to PS3. I was like, oh, I can play online now, and I don't know when they announced that it was free online. I don't know when they announced that, so I can't say that was like, yes, I could play games online for free. But I think I assumed it was going to be free because of it was always free on PS2. Yeah, I think I just probably assumed that. And then when I saw what 360 was like, you gotta pay monthly, I was like, yeah, like I didn't really care about that, and it wasn't for that. I was like, hey, pay monthly. I already paid monthly for the service, the actual internet service. I ain't gonna pay monthly for them. Those were new concepts for some people, Daniel, back then. I didn't understand that. Like I didn't understand paying monthly for games like EverQuest, but like EverQuest or the what was the other game called? Final Fantasy. When they said like, oh, it costs this much a month, I was like, but I still had to buy the game. But like you didn't give me the game for free, and I just pay monthly. You maybe had to buy it and pay monthly. I didn't understand that, Daniel. That was very confusing to me. And when I get too confused, I don't do it. I won't do the thing. I won't deal with it. Yeah. It scared me. Daniel. So anyways. But yes, that's it on this cover. Yeah, but SOCOM it's one of those games it's gone now, but they were huge. Like they were huge for PlayStation. Like people really who liked it, they really liked it. They liked how kind of authentic for what it was like, and for what it was, compared to anything else. And be able to the communication between players, like when you get the headset and stuff, it was cool. Talk to players and stuff like that, and I didn't really get it. I didn't get stuff like that until the 360 days, until I started playing those games online. That I saw like, oh, so this is what I was missing back in the PlayStation 2 era, like my early college era, stuff like that. But really, I wouldn't say I was being missing because, like I said, I would have had no friends to play with. I would have had to be playing with a bunch of strangers because nobody I knew had like either a fast internet or they weren't going to do that. Like that's still new stuff to them. That like they were still into like if you playing co-op, you're going to somebody's house. You know, I mean that was it. All right, it was for most everybody know 360 was their initiation into the internet world.
Yeah, definitely for me.
I
always wanted the GameCube LAN adapter dominant, but I never got it.
You had played games online on your PC.
On the PC a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I did play on PC a little bit, but any seriousness was once I got that 360.
All right, so now we're going to Edge for 20 years ago, and on the front they got the PS3. Look at that baby! Look at that controller. Yeah. I had no problem with this controller because, like I said, I had a friend of mine who had a controller like this on the PlayStation. It was a third-party controller. I remember he got it. I played it. It was nothing special. I didn't hate it though, but seeing PlayStation had this. Oh, they got a boomerang. I said, "Oh, that's cool." I mean, I didn't care. I mean, I didn't care one way or another, you know, because I was like, I took it to hand a controller. I don't know if I'm going to hate it or like it or not. But other than that, I was excited for this thing, man. Like, I was really excited for PS3 because I was like, oh, it's going to be so great. And then I saw like, it got Blu-ray. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's some HD shit. And but I just wanted more games, man. That's what I was saying. It's like new games, new Final Fantasy, all this stuff and things of that nature. Like, I honestly did not see Microsoft. Like, I didn't see them failing, but I didn't see them being what it was, 360, what it was, really. I always thought PlayStation was going to be the king. Nintendo, I didn't know what the hell Nintendo. That was more the question. What was Nintendo doing? I did not know what Nintendo was doing. Like I said, what is Nintendo doing? Like, what's going on with them? But I didn't care because I was like, GameCube made me kind of like not care about Nintendo. Like, even though I like some of their games, but I was like, Nintendo's one of those games. I'll get it later. You know, if it's still around, like doing something, I'll get it like 5 years into the PlayStation 3 cycle, and I'll get a Nintendo, whatever the hell they do. But yeah, up here it says PlayStation 3. Sony shows Microsoft how to launch a console at E3. Nintendo's Revolution unveiled. I guess this is not when they said the price because Sony shows Microsoft how to launch a console at E3. Yeah. I don't think they showed the price, Daniel.
That or they wrote this cover story before they actually saw that. Yeah.
Nintendo's Revolution unveiled the weird new system that plays everything but nothing yet. Xbox 360 explosion, hands-on with every key title for the first next-generation system. Okay, I need to look up at this year's E3 because I want to know, they were still calling it Nintendo Revolution where we knew it was motion controls? Or we didn't know it was motion controls?
I don't think we know it was motion controls at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think the name and the motion controls came at the same time because I remember like the Revolution renders that people had made and they weren't motion controls.
Or the weird new system that plays everything but nothing. I wonder what that means. Oh, maybe they didn't play anything. They just said that, hey, this can play all your GameCube games or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, what they got here? Preview Perfect Dark Zero, Prey, Zelda, Twilight Princess, Okami. Oh, shucks. Yeah, Okami. That's a good game. The Warriors, Spore, King Kong. Also, they reviewed 10 Dogs, Cold Winter, Destroy All Humans, Psychonauts, Boiling Point, and Smart Bomb. I don't know Smart Bomb. For some reason, I think of Minesweeper when I say that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right, so that is it for 2005. And now we're going back to 95, man. 95. What is it? July. So this is me going to, I was a summer going to 5th grade, Daniel. Well, what I used to call the senior year of elementary school. That was for me. Some people, they have 6th grade as their last grade at elementary school, which I used to call them weirdos. I was like, oh, that's just weird. It's supposed to be 3 grades in middle school, based on my logic of only being 12 years on Earth at the time. All right, so so Game Informer magazine had on front Batman and Robin from the cartoon, the anime series, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. And 2-player Insanity. They had the game. I think I played this game. I think I borrowed it from Blockbuster, I want to say. I don't think I ever owned a Batman game around this time. Also, Judge Dredd. It's time to take the law into your own hands. This is based off of the Stallone movie, even though I think Judge Dredd was a comic, but I didn't know about those comics then. Plus Earthworm Jim 2, Triple Play Baseball 95, and news from the Electronic Entertainment Expo. Triple Play 95, I want to say... I know I did not have that one on PC. I think it was either 96, 97. I want to say it's 97 I had. That was the first Triple Play I ever played. And yeah, it was on PC, yep. All right, and that's when Orioles were good. All right, what else we got here? We got down here. We got Chrono Trigger. Prepare yourself for Chrono Trigger. Unfortunately, I was at an age.
This magazine came out before Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, this is crazy. Chrono Trigger is one of those games. Like it's a great game. It's an excellent game. But I was not into RPGs, JRPGs, I should say, until Final Fantasy VII. That's when I started looking at everything. And trying to understand like this whole genre that I kind of missed, or really, I wouldn't say I missed it because I don't think I was just too young to even appreciate it, even if I had gotten it. Like, not that I used to I didn't mind reading the games, but I just felt like I've probably been too much reading. It was like, oh, okay, this is too much. I want to fight, and then I have to understand that I don't fight. I have to press a button to attack. It's like, what the fuck is this? I probably would have not liked it. Like I would have not been the age for that. I think Final Fantasy came at the right time, the right age for me that I could do that. Play those type of games. Like this is more of the age of my friend who used to live across the alley from me, he was older. He would have been into it because he was saying like, "Darn, man, I should got Super Nintendo." Yeah, I think he would have had those games to play. While like I wouldn't have. I would just want to play Mario and Donkey Kong. All right. So plus the Electronics Expo, Entertainment Expo was there. And also up here, first picks of DKC2, Diddy's Conquest. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in the new one, right? Diddy Kong's going to be there. And so is
Diddy and Dixie.
Dixie Kong. And how about her mentally challenged brother? Is he going to be there too?
What's this?
So the one from
wears
3?
pajamas and he's gigantic. I don't know. We haven't seen him yet, don't we?
I mean,
he might be playing as him. Who knows?
I'm gonna be honest. Come on, man. When you look at that thing, I mean, I kind of just thought he was, and I thought that was. I mean, I thought it was good though. I was like, look, man, she's helping out, and like they're showing that they can do things too. They can be heroes too. It's because they have challenges that they're different from us. That doesn't mean they can't be heroes. All right. And she was looking after him, and he was looking after her. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful story, Dan. You didn't like look under the like read into details of the game.
Yeah, right? I didn't read between the lines. That's
yes, exactly. All right, so that's it for that one. And now we're going to Game Pro and what they got on the front here. They got Judge Dredd on the front, and you said you saw Judge Dredd, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did back in the day.
Oh, but yeah, well you ain't really selling me on it with that pretty sure, like you didn't remember it. So I mean
it's an action flick from that time. It's perfectly fine.
Fine. Yeah.
I don't know how it holds up nowadays. People praise that newer Carl Urban one highly, though.
Oh, they really do? Oh,
yeah.
I might check that
Which
one out.
I saw to it. I think was fine, but I think by the time I saw it, people had kind of overhyped it in a way.
You just lost your some testosterone, Daniel. You got to order. That happens, Daniel. It's okay. It happens when you get older.
I'll hit up Joe Rogan and get my teeth replacements.
Then you just
and then I'll watch some Dread again, and
yeah, you be liking all that stuff. And then you're gonna hate a whole lot of Disney stuff too, Daniel, because they're all woke.
Definitely not gonna be watching Iron Art anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh no, Daniel. Oh man, I look at Karma just for like general like people seeing it, and I say, "Oh, I forgot this internet." What am I thinking? They say, "I think I'm gonna get something," because all I see is people either defending it or saying some stuff, not liking it, and trying to defend why they don't like it. And
Trying to
it's like,
look not like racist while saying they don't like it
yeah, well, it's like,
or
I mean,
sexist.
they're not giving me anything to call them on it. I mean, that's why, because I think it's like, hey, it's unfair to call that person. Maybe they are. Maybe these people are, because when I look at their profile pic, I kind of think they are. But based on the comments, I can't say that the guy said he didn't like it because of this. Say, well, it's not really racist what he said, the reason why he liked it. So I can't say he didn't like it because it's racist. I mean, because it's a black person. I mean, we can you can assume in the back of your mind, but doesn't mean you have to say it. Doesn't mean you have to freaking type it on Twitter saying like, "Oh, you're just saying because you're racist." It's like, come on, man, he didn't give you nothing on that. So now you got him saying like, "No, you're racist," and that's what they say. You're like, "You're racist because you think I'm racist for not liking a black person." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh God, all right." It's my fault for reading this stuff. So I'm reading this stuff, and I just keep on reading. All right, here we go. Here is the law. It's on Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Gear, the comic, and the movie. Oh, okay. So it's based off both. All right, Arcade Pro Strategy Guide for the Street Fighter the movie game. There you go, Dan.
Oh yeah.
And
I can only hope that we get a new version of that game when this new Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. I heard, and like I just heard who was going to be in there. I saw some casting. I saw
Jason
a famous person.
Momoa.
It was somebody I didn't like though. I like Jason Momoa because
Jason Momoa, Roman Reigns. Who's playing Balrog? Oh,
it was somebody. I was like, him. I was like, him.
Oh, 50 Cent is playing Balrog.
50 Cent. Yes. Well, no, I don't dislike 50 Cent. Yeah, but it's not that I don't dislike 50. I'm just scared that something's going to happen where he gets caught in something and has to go to court, and it's like, oh man, he was in that Street Fighter movie, and it's just messing things up.
Yeah.
And or I'll like him in the movie, and then he could his baby mama drama might happen or something. And they say like, oh, he did something to me too. So, oh no, I said no, I don't want you to get caught up. Now I can't like stuff that you were in, just like P Diddy. It's like that. It's like 3 P Diddy songs that I had on my MP3. Like I was listening to, when I say MP3, like my music, and it was what was the song? It's the one with Usher. It's the song that I'm not good with titles, but I know it's the song that I want a girl who's ride. I want a girl be my wife. A girl who's mine. Right. Yeah, that song. Yeah, I like that song. I was like, should I still be listening to this? I was like, damn it! I thought I had no P Diddy songs up here, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot that was him. I was like, damn it, you son of a bitch. But yeah. Anyway, but no, yeah. I mean, I hope that movie turns out to be like, look, either you be a very good movie or you be a corny. I mean, still good, but like be corny, but corny in a way
enjoyable.
That's enjoyable. Yeah, because it's like Mortal Kombat seemed like it was trying to go for that the first one, but it didn't hit it. It didn't hit it right because like
it falls slightly short.
Yeah. It's like darn. It's like y'all should have. Yeah, y'all could have did something with that. Yeah, you don't need to be serious. No, you don't. Do not ever.
That's why it's kind of disappointing that like the second one they went with like Carl Urban as Johnny Cage instead of just going full ridiculous and giving it to the Miz, who would be perfect in that role.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I don't even know who the guy you said. I don't know who that is. By name, but what's he playing? Who's Carl Urban?
He was Scotty in the newer Star Trek movies. He was also Judge Dredd. He's the main guy from The Boys. The
him
superhero guy with the beard.
Yeah, he's Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe. I don't. Maybe he is a good guy. I don't know. Maybe he does play a good one though.
I mean, you sent me the article, Dominic. That's Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be as good as Endgame. So clearly he's very good as Johnny Cage.
Yeah, maybe he will. So I'll let it. I'll see. Yeah, because I'm not going to imagine. Maybe he's not serious. Maybe he is a joke. I mean, because Johnny Cage, he had to be a joke. He can't be a serious.
He has to be. Yeah.
But yeah, but I see what you're
We
saying.
haven't
That's
seen
what
a
you're saying.
serious Johnny Cage since Mortal Kombat 1.
But it's like
the
you said,
original
like
Mortal Kombat.
The Miz and stuff, like they already kind of got that persona going there and stuff. Yeah, I can see that, but no, we'll see. All right.
Yeah.
Pro reviews on Mortal Kombat 3, Phantom 2040. What was Phantom 2040, Daniel?
No idea.
Is that like I just kind of imagine like a future racing game for some reason. I don't know. Earthbound for Super Nintendo. Fatal Fury
it looks
3.
like the Phantom comic, the purple guy,
Yeah.
the purple jumpsuit guy. Apparently,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
based on
okay.
that.
Because is that the story? Is that he traveled to the future?
I don't know. Is this a Spider-Man 2099 situation?
Because I remember seeing him ride horses, and I was
yeah. It was definitely like, I don't know, medieval at some point, I thought.
Yeah. Maybe he is a time traveler. I have no idea because I remember seeing his comics definitely in the Sunday paper, and my dad was used to say, "Yeah, that comic was there when I was little." So yeah, it looks like something for people your age or something like that.
Apparently, the backstory for this, Dominic, is it is the year 2040. All environmental disasters and the economic resource wars of the early 21st century had catastrophic effects on the Earth's ecological balance. Ever increasing polarization of wealth along with the development of human robotic biots, biological, optical,
they're a little early,
transputer.
but we're close. We're close.
I was gonna say they're maybe a little spot on with this. I don't like what I'm reading right now. It resulted in a social
I said
demographic.
early, Daniel. For some reason, why I'm thinking it's 2035. It's 2025.
We're getting there. we might speed run this down. Like we might get ahead of this.
Yeah, I'm about to say we might even be getting ahead of 2040. Good God.
Yeah. Basically it seems like it's a 2099 situation. I don't know what the previous Phantom stuff was, but this is definitely taking place.
These people, they need to start doing these future things like way in the future. Well, like because I was like, yeah, let me see these things like, hey, this is supposed to be there 2000 something. Like Back to the Future 2015. I was like, why did you think we would have flying cars by then? That wasn't that long.
Because they were optimistic, Dominic.
That's only like 20 plus some years from when you made the movie. Maybe like at the most 30. It was 30 years. 1980. I don't know when 2 came out. 1 and 2 come out. But it's like almost like 30 years. And I was like, come on, man. So 30 years from now, it's like you're going to be alive. So you saying you think you're going to be alive to see that?
I was like, we're hoping.
Yeah,
we failed them as a society, Dominic. We did not allow them to see flying cars.
And I thought we'll have like some type of like science center on the moon or some shit like that. That's a science center. Well, not like a science center you go, like where the astronauts would go or something. like they would just go there and do whatever stuff they do behind closed doors. And we just think like, oh, they're doing some illegal stuff. Well, some immoral stuff up there because they gotta have those laws. We don't even have, I mean, the moon, there's nothing up there, but I just thought we'd just have something. I thought we'd be further in space. I mean, I will say that, and I think, a lot of people agree on that. Like, we would be further.
We would have blown up the moon by now.
God, that'd be killing us.
It gets extremely cold at night now.
But that's crazy. Damn, we still on this Drake cover. Okay, here are Virtual Fighters right here. Daytona USA, Panzer Dragoon. These are all Sega Saturn games. Darn, Sega Saturn. Yep. How many more years does it have left? Well,
it's here.
Yeah, it is here. And I see how many years have left. And it just got here.
It's here and now it's gone.
N64 hasn't even officially come out yet. All right. So, where we at now? We are on Nintendo Power, and we got Donkey Kong. Oh, Derek, you kept this guy. I didn't think he was going to keep this.
Come on, man! Look at this beautiful EA showstopper. Come on, that's what he is.
Yeah. I mean, he is. I mean, like in ACM on the GameCube, that's the thing they use to make Donkey Kong. I forgot what it's called. What it stands for. I don't know.
Oh, is that the technology that they used? Is that what that was? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what ACM was.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Acme without the E. That's what it is. But no, yeah. I looked it up. It's what they use, and I guess showing like, hey, they can do it on a Game
Advanced
Boy.
computer modeling, Dominic. That's what that
That's
is.
it. Yeah, they used it on a Game Boy, which is like at this time, like Game Boy came out in the '80s, so it was like,
Yeah.
darn, how you do that? But they
It's
did
also
it.
completely made up. There's no way that they actually did that.
Hey, it looks like it, Daniel. I played the game. It looks like a black and white version. Still not as good. And plus, hey,
Yeah.
when you put it in your, I just imagine for some reason, because I don't know how shit works. I imagine you put this game in a Super Game Boy, it turns into Donkey Kong Country. That's what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to just do that. It's like, oh my god, this game's going to look just like Donkey Kong Country. And I think I finally did it with my sisters because she had it. And no, it did not. I was like, oh, this is not Donkey Kong Country. This is not the same. But I mean, it's still a good game, but it's just it does not look like that. All right, all right, and it said, oh, I guess the ACM of Game Boy, Donkey Kong Land, when pigs fly. I would not know what the hell they were talking about. Like reading this ACM, like I would not know what the ACM is. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Also in depth, they call it in depth, like with the N, like Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Judge Dredd. Not
guessing Nosferatu.
Yeah. Is that like a Dracula? That's what that stands for.
Yeah, some kind of Dracula game, I'm sure.
Jungle Strike. It's Castlevania, Daniel. They're on Jungle Strike and
pretty much.
Epic Center. And Epic, I don't know what Epic Center is, but I guess Chrono Trigger, Japan's
It's another
RPGs.
portion of the magazine.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's so weird, like contemporizing Chrono Trigger with like Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I know they both came out on Super Nintendo, but like seeing this 3D render, which even, games weren't really looking like this at that time, but would be somewhere in the near future with the 64.
Well, yeah, very near future.
Yeah.
This.
And then just having Chrono Trigger, which, seems crazy.
All right, so we got EGM. If it will come up. And we got Batman.
A little while since it's
the
best Batman, Dominic.
Internet Archive is when I get this.
But now we can read the entire magazine.
Batman Forever. I remember seeing this in theaters. I went with a friend. His mom took us. I remember we first went to the McDonald's and we got the actual McDonald's glass.
Oh,
I got the actual McDonald's glass of that. I forgot which one I got. I think I got the Riddler one. I know it wasn't bad. That was a bad guy. Either got Two-Face or the Riddler one, I think. This is Val Kilmer's Batman. This is Tommy Lee Jones. This is Ace Ventura as the Riddler. Nicole Kidman as a character that was just made up for the movie. And what's his name? O'Donnell.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell as Robin, a young Chris O'Donnell, very young Chris O'Donnell. A young Tommy Lee, I guess you want to say too.
Our young everybody, Dominic.
Yeah, exactly.
Turns out a non-dead Val Kilmer too.
Yeah, exactly. And it was only a couple. I forgot when Fugitive came out. Like, how many years after Fugitive was this? He was still old then. Like, he still had those wrinkles. He had those wrinkles for years. He got a little bit more now.
18 years old,
Yeah, I know. I bet. Yeah, I will look at a picture where if he smiles at 18, like how many like wrinkles. It's like, oh, you can count his age by the wrinkles. It's like
he's got rings. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, hey, as a kid, I liked the movie. I can say that. I like both of them. I like that and Batman and the Robin. Yeah, I mean, also I was like a real young kid. I honestly have not seen those movies again at an adult age.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, it probably is. I did rewatch Tim Burton's though, both of them, and I like them still, but I have not watched these again. Batman Forever, exclusive info on the Dark Knight's latest adventure, Inside EGM, Comic Zone, Vector Man, Dracula, and also a game called X, Deep Space Nine. This is the first of the Triple X games. This is X, and then we want to get double X, and then we get triple X. And that's when Vin Diesel comes in. All right, Deep Space Nine, Primal Rage. We talking about Deep Space Nine, the video game. Donkey Kong Country 2, Casper. Yep, the Casper the movie. Killer Instinct, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, Bug, and Earthbound. What the fuck was Bug?
I feel like I
That sounds
remember
familiar.
Bug
Yeah,
as
me
like
too.
an ad I saw a lot back in the day.
Yeah, Bug game. Oh, that doesn't help, Daniel. It just shows me a bunch of Bugs games. Bug game, 1995. Yes. Yeah, if you see it, Daniel, you'll recognize it. He's like this character.
The green
He's on
guy,
Sega. Yeah.
Yep, definitely saw a lot of ads for him.
Yeah, I thought it was based off a cartoon. I think I was young, and a cartoon that never happened.
Man,
Bubsy's
coming back. They got the other one coming back. Why not bring back Bug? Though?
Yeah, Gex is the
Gex. Yeah.
Is Gex even coming back, or that's just the
trilogy thing?
Yeah, just a trilogy thing. Yeah, Bubsy actually had a new game though in recent years. Yeah. I think that was horrible too.
It'd be better that they didn't. Yeah.
But no, they stay true. They were staying true to Bubsy, Dad.
Oh, by being bad. Yep, got it.
All right. What else I got up here? It also got first screens of MK3 home versions. Oh, look, the PlayStation version, the Genesis version, Super Nintendo version, the arcade. I guess if you go arcade at home, you get that version. There are also what's this number? This is number 72. Okay, issue number 72. All right, and also previews of the hottest games from 1996. Man. 96, that's the year my sister graduated. Yep, so this is her senior year. That's right. Because I was in my 5th grade. My sister was in senior in high school, and I was upset because my graduation, nobody cared that much for my graduation compared to my sister's graduation. And I did not understand that. I did not understand. I was like, look, man, I'm going to middle school, man. All she do is going to some college or something. What the hell is that? All right, what we got here? We got I did EGM. So we got last one, Sega Visions magazine. And we got a lot of stuff. Sega for the 90s, the new generation.
This is our future, Dominic.
Yeah, I know. This is us,
in the
man.
past.
Look at that. Ghostbusters, Spider-Man. They're showing all the games that came out on the Sega Genesis or Sega consoles. Shinobi. Shucks, what is this? What are these guys? Is that
Blue people?
Dang, I want to say, what's that? Is that Fantasy Star?
Oh, I don't Fantasy know. Star? Yeah, I could see that being Fantasy Star.
Like because I don't think they went to space yet. Or maybe they do go to space like that. I don't know, because it has that 80s kind of sci-fi kind of look shit to it. That's kind of like, oh look, they kind of look medievalish, but their future stuff is like whatever. And who's this guy up here on top though with the fucked up face?
Golden Axe or something like that. Maybe. Yeah, those are definitely Fantasy Star people because I found a matching image from that. Good call on that. I would have never pulled that one.
Well, I don't know that many fantasy games on Genesis. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it could have been Sonic. They are wearing blue. He is wearing blue. So, but yes. Oh, and I guess that's Joel Montana football down here.
Probably. I was gonna say just generic football guy and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, generic music guy. All right.
He should not be named.
In this premiere issue, game reviews look at some of the hot ones. First time ever, the world of Niles Nemo. And I don't know who that is. And great new strategies and hints. Wow. This magazine looks so much older than 90. You know why it looks so much older than 95, Daniel? Because it's 1990.
It's 99 or 1990.
1990. Because I was like, this, what the fuck is this? So they are telling about the future.
They are, yeah.
This is the future. Like for them. Like, this is the games that's going to be coming out. This is, God darn. It's not supposed to be up here, but you know what? Since we already talked about it, I'm going to leave it up there. I'm going to leave it.
Because it's beautiful, Dominic. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually that. These are the games that are going to be of the early 90s. Like, some of these games. Like, I played the hell out of this Michael Jackson game and saving those kids. That Ghostbusters game, I played some of that. My friend had that game. He had the Spider-Man game too. I only could get to like the second level in that game. I never got this, but I remember. I think I saw a strategy guy. I think it was probably the Nintendo Power, not Nintendo Power, because it would be Sega. So some other magazine, they had a strategy guide where you could see everything. And you remember they used to do on those strategy guides. They used to show the whole level, like in the like that. I to this day I never knew how they did that. I was like, how did they do that? How was they able to have the whole level just like there on the page when you only can see a little bit when you play the game? How do you do that? But I remember like seeing like Kingpin. I was like, oh man, I never got to fight the fat man. It's like I was like, it was like I never get to fight him. But yeah, that was cool. All right, so that's it for the covers. So now we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. So let's get to the gaming news, Dan. So what we got, Dan?
All right, Dominic. So first up, we got some news about Little Nightmares. They had like a little presentation where they talked a little bit about Little Nightmares 3, which they gave release date to of October 10th. They also showed off an enhanced edition of the first game, and there's a comparison video out there. It looks very much like, man, this lighting looks better, and that's kind of about it. It's almost like, hey, they just turned the darkness up on this one side. That's not a bad looking game to begin with. And because of the art style of it, I don't know that there was like a lot of room for improvement unless they went in kind of a different direction. But it looks perfectly fine. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Real quick. Yeah. The same. Because I hit a button and I don't remember what I hit. Like I hit a button to see how many desktops I have open. How did I do that?
It's Windows and try Windows Tab.
Yes, okay, that was what it was. Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I know how to open a new desktop. I always got confused how to close it. Yeah, I was like, damn, how the fuck am I supposed to close
I've never used that. I feel like
I had to use it because it crashed. A game crashed, and I wasn't trying to And when a game crashed, I usually just reset the computer, but I didn't do it this time because I was downloading the podcast video, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. I gotta start from them over. It's like it's almost done.
Yeah.
So that's when I used it. I remember how to do that, and I was like, okay. So and then I could easily put the task manager and close it out.
Right.
But the thing is, it was technically still open, and I mean, even though it's not doing anything, but I just always want to know, like, how you fucking close it? And then I accidentally, I just dropped my keyboard, and then I saw the thing pop. So, oh, that's how you close it. Okay, gotcha. All right. Oh yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. They also showed off a Little Nightmares VR experience called Alter Echoes, but it's just a very short thing.
It's like Boss, or are you in first person?
It was only a teaser. It was only like this little box. They didn't show any sort of gameplay or anything. It was just like they didn't even do like a jump scare like it almost seems like they wanted to do. It was literally just like they show this little box. Yeah, I mean there's that. They show this little box and then the light goes out, it goes black, and then you
I'm surprised I made like stories. Like how many people have had heart attacks playing a VR game because of being scared? Because like I've been seeing these scary games, and I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm walking down the hallway for someone just to scare the shit out of me. I mean, oh my god! Like,
could you imagine playing something like PT in VR? Like,
yes,
there's psychopaths that are doing that.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
there's psychopaths playing Resident Evil Village in
yeah,
in VR.
Because I'm like looking at all the games on VR that's out there that I can play on the Quest, just the Quest 2, because that's all I have. But I was just seeing all the scary games out there. I was just like, man, people love to be scared. But I was like, I mean, I have no problem with that because I know like, scary movies. People love that stuff. I'm just saying, like, but to be in that environment just to be jump scared constantly is like, God, Jesus, like I don't know if I can take it. I was like, I can't take that. Like I don't mind like occasional something happens, fine, and then like I'm back shooting or something like that. But man, like I'm trying to get stuff going and then something's following me or something. Oh my God, I don't know how. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wish I had the balls to do it. Damn. But I lost. I lost them.
All right, Dominic. Capcom also had a spotlight this week. They showed off some Monster Hunter DLC. They also showed off Street Fighter DLC, the next set of fighters that are coming. Yes,
I used to call him Saget. I used to call him Saget when I was young.
Bob Saget.
Well, actually, yeah, I think I call him Saget.
Bob Saget to it.
Actually, I call that man Saget until I heard somebody actually say it. Maybe like in the mid 2000s or something. Yeah, that too. I mean, like, it had to be like in the mid 2000s when I finally heard his freaking name. I've been calling that thing Saget. They say, "Oh yeah, I'll fight with Saget."
Yeah, he's apparently joining the Fighter Pass on July 4th, and then if you want to just buy the character himself, you wait until August.
Are any of the new characters original character? I mean, not original. Like like they're new, like never before seen.
I don't think so
because it looked like they were. Yeah,
you got Sagat, you got Sea Viper, Crimson Viper, Ingrid, and Alex. Ingrid's the only one that I'm not really familiar with.
I'm not familiar with her.
Been in
I was about to say
different Street Fighter.
I'm pretty sure because I don't even know all Street Fighters from the last one because I was playing right before the got during GPU went out on me on the PC. I was playing 5 and like I was like, man, there's a lot of these characters I just don't know. It's like all I can remember is 2. All I can remember is everybody in 2, Daniel. And after that,
and now that they're adding people from like your alpha max, the alphas and whatnot, like those are the ones that I was never really that familiar with.
And Alpha, I played a lot because my friend, he loved Alpha. And I loved Alpha because of the art style, because of the cartoon, but I didn't really learn anybody. Yeah. I was confused by Alpha. Like Alpha, I know Alpha means, like first and whatever. And I'm like, this was it's supposed to like based off a prequel, right? Like before Street Fighter? Is that what it is? Like this?
My understanding was, it came like before.
But then it had like 3 alphas. So I was like, okay, all this is taking place before Street Fighter. Like, so is that what happened? The demon guy, would be like Akira, whatever his name is, he's dead now. Is that what it is? That's why we want to see him. I have no idea what the story is and this stuff, but I'm just saying, like, hey, I see him in the Street Fighters. I know nothing about this man, and I see him in Alpha. So I'm saying, oh, maybe he's dead now. And just like Ryu's trainer, that old man who was supposed to be like his. Guy, I was like, he's dead now. I mean, either he got killed or he's just old. I mean, he's like, but now like I'm very confused. Like, what is it? Like, what's the story behind all that? But then I was like, why do I care? Why do I care about the story? I was like, man, I do. I mean, I'm kind of curious, like, just to know, like, what's the story behind all that? Because they never had really a good story mode or anything, but. Like always used to just get pieces together from the games, like the little cutscenes and stuff like that. So okay, that's why that happened, and blah blah blah. But it looked good. When I saw some of the Capcom stuff, I like that little Sagat, like how they make him, like man, like kind of like the aura around him was just like massive, like he's like a badass because he was like he was the original boss. Though I never did play Street Fighter 1. So Bison was always my boss, and I didn't even know that wasn't even supposed to be his name. Like it's like, oh, it's so funny how the Japanese were so scared about getting sued, and I was thinking like, well, how would they sue them if you called the black boxer Bison?
M. Bison.
Yeah, it's like So what? It sounds like it's close to Tyson, but can he really sue you? I mean, people, and now that I see joke,
not even spelled similarly,
Yeah, it's like, and now that I see joke names of people, constantly on different things, it's like, I guess they they were just
They don't
scared.
have
They were like,
parody law over there, Dominic. So
yeah,
they're like, we can
yeah.
just sue everybody for anything.
They was like, we don't know. We don't want the U.S. to
Those Americans are sue happy.
yeah, and they might just drop a bomb on us because oh no, what you did to Tyson. And say it's like no, but yes, that was a cool video of that, and that's a game I still want to play. Eventually, someday when I get another freaking GPU or whatever, because I I want to say I think you can because I did try a demo out I think with this, but I'm not gonna. Nah, it has to be another. I'm gonna have another graphics card before I attempt to buy Street Fighter 6.
All right, Dominic. They also showed off some pretty hot swimsuits. I'm sure people on the internet, at the very least, are excited about that.
Yeah, I still have not seen. Yeah, you told me about that. I have not seen that yet, but I will be looking at it.
I will be investigating.
Yeah. So next time I go to the bathroom, I'll investigate.
I'm gonna drop a link in here for you, Dominic, so you can check those out real quick. All right. After that, they showed off Pragmata. This is the you're in a spacesuit. There's a little robot girl on your back game. It's kind of like a third-person shooter, but she also like helps you.
Oh, so that's why she's not wearing shoes.
Well, yeah, that's why she's not wearing shoes. Also, because she's a little weird girl. But she's got like hacking powers, and she's able to hack the enemies and like exploit their weaknesses.
Oh, but he does give her a name at the end.
Yeah.
He said, I forgot what he said the name was. But
yeah, because she says her name's like something long and weird, and then he's like, I'm just gonna call you Becky or whatever.
Yeah, but I was thinking like supposed to mean something because the way it ended, it was like, oh, is this a person from another game or something? Is this something like important? I hate when they do that in these trailers.
Like super weird kind of, I don't want to even say rumors, like speculation, I guess, that this was going to like secretly be some sort of Mega Man game because you have, this guy in a futuristic suit with a blaster, and then you have a little girl who could be, Roll, I guess. But yeah, that's not the reality of this thing.
Yeah, the way she's saying her name is like I'm supposed to know what this is. Like, oh, yeah, this is like, a call or something. Like a call or something, which is like, no, it's like y'all just weird. Well, why are you being so weird with that? It's like, why do you have that in the trailer? I guess it's supposed to be like, hey, look, he just gave her a name. It's emotional. It's like
exactly.
Save that. Well, save that for the game, not a trailer.
You gotta connect, Dominic. Connect with this little robot girl, this AI girl. All right, and then they closed it out with Resident Evil. It didn't really show as much as I think a lot of people were kind of speculating they would with Resident Evil. There was a demo that happened at Summer Games Fest that a lot of people that saw it there were speculating, oh, maybe they'll show that here, and it sounds like we did not get all of that. So
we got interviews though. We got interviews with the people working on the game,
interviews,
though. Yeah, I didn't watch that part.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I'm still interested in this game, as much as I am of any of the Resident Evil games. I'll play a little bit of it and then I'll kind of fall off of it probably. Once it drops significantly in price. Yeah, which one's 8?
The one
8's Village, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because 7 was the down south one, which I played a bit of. 8, I played the 2 demos of.
But that was the Biohazard was 7, right? Yeah. That was a subtitle. Or if you played the Japanese version, it's the opposite.
Biohazard Resident Evil. Yeah, they're very clever there. I feel like they jumped the shark on that one, Dominic. Now they've run out of ideas. Requiem with a backwards 9 as a Q or whatever.
I know, yeah.
That's not what a backwards 9, regular 9.
I was like, no, that is not 9. It's just Requiem. I was like, you're not. You better come up with something better, like a better way to implement 9.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody mention it, like doing a watch along with this, that like, oh, Capcom could, partner with Nintendo and drop like Beautiful Joe on the GameCube online. And like, had they done that, this would have been like dope show. But otherwise, it was just like, yeah, they didn't really show anything we didn't already know about. Most of it is just content for games that are already released. So it wasn't really too much to be excited about. But had they done that, then then we'd be talking about.
Well, I would be pissed off if they'd done that. Like,
this is the only way I can play this.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Oh no, I got my GameCube up and running, Dominic. So now might be the time for me to jump back into that and try it out.
What you got? Why you got your GameCube running?
Mostly to test out the games. We were talking last week about the prices of some of these games. So I broke out my GameCube collection and started checking against the eBay, and I got a nice stack of games that I'm probably going to be parting with.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because they've just been sitting in a box anyway. They might as well go to something more useful, somebody that actually wants them. But I wanted to get my GameCube up and run. Well,
I mean, you could just be buried with them, Daniel. It's like, I'll be buried with this. Like, you got to take it to the afterlife. like all those pharaohs. All those pharaohs taking all
with a VR headset on.
Yeah, like all those pharaohs taking all that gold and stuff in those pyramids to the afterlife.
Cover me in all my Nintendo games, please.
It's like, well, actually, no. They're not. I just want to know how that work, because I'm like, okay, they're going to afterlife, they're going to take that stuff, but it's still here. It is like, how long is that trip to there? Because people took it already and put it in museums. Put it in museums now. So like maybe it's like a thing, like it takes a very long time to get there, but for you, it's instantaneous, like a black hole kind of thing. I don't know.
No, it's like an NFT, Dominic. As long as you own the physical thing, like it was buried with you originally, then you get a token for that thing in the afterlife. Yeah, it's like a.
So I want to be like, by the time you get there, it's not nothing there. So what happened? So, people they robbed you. Like a lot of years later.
I just got over the river Stygian, and now all my stuff has been taken. Yeah. Yes, I've been I got a thing to hook up the GameCube to an HDMI so I could actually output it on something so I could test these games out, and then none of the games were reading. So I had to open this bad boy up and adjust the potentiometer for the laser, and I was able to get it running. Yeah, I got a working GameCube now, Dominic. Look at me. I'm in the year of 2025.
How much is Wind Waker worth?
Not anything really.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because I was like, oh, maybe the gold disc edition or something is worth something, but
but what about the bonus, the disc you get before Wind Waker?
Which box do I have that in? I think I do have that in my this is worth something box. It wasn't a lot. It was less than 100, but it was more than a lot of the other games that were 20 at most. So I want to say 60 or something like that.
Well, because I got that.
Master Quest eBay. Let's see. Yeah, $70. Looks like $60, $70 somewhere in there, depending on the condition. So, I like these people that have these games that are in the plastic cases that have been rated by, whatever governing body, and it's this person's selling this game for $800. There's no way somebody's buying this for $800, even if it's quality 90 plus or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even know that the game's in that box. The box is sealed in a plastic box. You don't even know if you've got the game. What are we doing here? Unless that's an unopened copy.
Don't they got an X-ray or something?
Yeah, maybe they do. But then they're degrading it by shooting X-rays through it, Dominic. All right. Well, and the last news I got here. Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, does Superman, when he does X-ray, does it do radiation through there?
It gives people cancer, Dominic. You didn't know that?
Oh, is that Lex Luthor?
You haven't read that comic. I didn't realize you hadn't read that.
Yeah, because they you know what? They Lex Luthor, he blamed the kryptonite stuff on because he kept wearing a ring, and that's why he got that disease. But really, it was Superman always doing an X-ray on him.
Yeah, Superman always wanted to look like underpants. more. All right, Dominic. Last piece of news I got here. Meta Quest 3S is now also an Xbox, even though it was already an Xbox. But now they're getting an Xbox branded version that comes with a custom black and green 128 gig Meta Quest 3S that also comes with an Xbox controller, as well as the Elite strap, and then 3 months of Game Pass. So you had sent
I
me
saw the
this.
look of it. It looks all right.
Yeah, it looks nice. I would prefer this one over the regular one, just because like white electronics tend to look grimy eventually.
Yes.
More so than the black ones usually. Um,
Like white
especially
people.
when you're doing what I'm doing with the VR
I was
headset. If you
joking.
know what I mean. But yeah, you had sent me this and you were basically like, why are they doing this? Like they can't play games on it outside of the streaming stuff. And I was like, yeah, they can do the streaming stuff. And I think they're just looking for more places where they can sell you Game Pass and hopefully trick you into continuing to pay for Game Pass even if you're not using it.
It's just like as a person, like unless you were just getting a Quest anyway, and then it's like, oh, I'll get this version. But I just like the only people that I feel like that are willing to get this one is like who are fooled into thinking that they can play Xbox games, like
Right.
all Xbox games up here,
like natively in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, and because it's like it's really doesn't make because like Xbox like you don't even have like you have no VR games, and it's like I can see like hey we got some exclusive VR games here by Microsoft that we play. It's like it's just Xbox cloud streaming, and it's like darn man, really?
And we know how that's
is
been.
that worth it? Is that's worth it? And you know, I mean, it's only worth. I mean, not worth it, but like even if it's good, is it worth it? And then, hey, you have to know that you can stream it. It streams very well. In this and like whatever your location is and something like that. Because like I said, in my old place, it streamed good, and maybe it can stream good here. Maybe it's just the internet I have, like the type I have. Because I mean, it's way beyond what they say is required to stream. So I was like, I mean, it's like I said, like I mean, it's a nice system, but just that calling the Xbox One is like people go like my friends, like I just asked them about the handheld, like so the handheld say so like an Xbox handheld, you thinking it's like you think it plays the Xbox games? And they say yeah, and I said. And see, that's the problem right there. Like, actually, I mean, that's like because for me, I can't really answer yes or no because I just assume no only because of what it is now. Now, maybe they do something in the future that change that, but based on now, I'm just thinking it's the Xbox PC and PC you can't play all the games that's on the console, and they're gonna like it's like you're gonna have people thinking that like it's an Xbox just in a handheld form, and it's like nah, it's not. And that's disingenuous, like how they promote that. Like they're not now. Are they lying? No, they're not. But they're also not really telling. Like they're not advertising in a way where people can know what exactly is. Like you need, like it's like I know what you're trying to say. And thing is, maybe in the future that changes. Like with the way y'all trying to implement stuff now. But I don't. It's like no, but it's not. That's not what it is. And with this quest, I just feel like yeah, man. It's like darn to make a quest like a whole quest when you have really no games that technically run on this damn thing, and it's just the app. Your app is what's running through this. That's so weird to me. I mean, it just seems. I mean, no, it's good. Good on me. I mean, actually, I ain't gonna say good on it. I mean, it's whatever. It's like I guess it's good business wise, maybe that you can get some subscribers by maybe subscribers through the Meta Quest. I don't know how that translates honestly. And maybe you're just taking a chance with that. But it's also so very weird because you don't make games, VR games. You're literally just doing it. That's almost like you could just do a phone. You could say, hey, this is just a Samsung version of
Is there a
Xbox.
Minecraft on the Quest?
Not that I know
And
of.
if so, would they Questcraft Minecraft Quest VR
Yeah, it's a
game?
mod. The mod I know is
Oh, this is Gear. This is Minecraft for the Gear VR, Dominic. That's when they were plugging the Samsung phones into them. So yeah, no, they don't. That would
yeah.
be a thing that you could at least say, oh, here's a Microsoft published
They had that
title on
AR
this.
Minecraft thing. Remember the AR thing that
Yeah.
nobody uses except for certain business stuff, and they like who plays that
Yeah,
Minecraft game then?
absolutely no one. Yeah. So yeah, it's weird. And when you brought that to my attention, and then like put it in perspective with the handheld too, it's like, yeah, that is kind of weird that they're just rebranding a thing that already exists as an Xbox and not really, like, at least with that, theoretically they're going to be doing the work of like creating some sort of front end that improves the Xbox experience on these handhelds. Like
Yes.
that's the promise they're making, it seems like, but it doesn't seem like that's the case with this. And the reality is, like, if I wanted to do their games through a Quest, I could buy a white version of this thing for $100 cheaper. Now, obviously, I don't get the controller. I don't get the Elite strap, which, like, the Elite strap's $70. You add another $70 for the controller. This is a deal in a way. But let's say I already have a controller and I don't really care about the Elite strap. Like, once again, I feel like I've espoused the idea of like getting Game Pass in as many people's hands as possible by selling a very cheap piece of hardware like a Chromecast or something like that. But they're not even doing that. They're
They're not
going
even
in
doing
kind of
that.
the
No.
opposite direction and like making you spend more to get it. Like, this handheld's going to be expensive. It's not even
Yeah.
going to be Steam Deck cheap, but quote unquote cheap. You know what I mean? The ROG Ally is like a five, six, $700 thing, and then we're going to be paying at least that, maybe with a premium for this Xbox thing. And with this, we're paying a premium over the regular Quest S3 or 3S. It seems so crazy to me that they're trying to knock on the door of getting people in under this streaming only initiative, but not going to the most obvious point, to me at least, which would be, they even did the thing where it's like, okay, it works on some TVs, but like roll that out to as many TVs as you can, partner with your Vizios, your TCLs, in addition to your Samsungs. Also get LG, the big people in the TV game right now. Or get a dongle that I can plug into anything via
Yeah.
HDMI. So they're making some really weird decisions here, Dominic. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. Yeah.
And since we're talking about them, I didn't put it on here, but there are another round. I believe people said it was the fourth round of layoffs potentially coming to Microsoft, and there are a lot of studios, that may be kind of fully in jeopardy here. If these layoffs, if they're as big as people are speculating, including the developer of what's the survival zombie game that you liked? What's that
Oh,
one called?
State of Decay? You talking
State
about?
of Decay. Yeah, people have suggested that the State of Decay developer could be at risk. The Forza developer Turn 10, they could be at risk. Because obviously Horizons is the more popular variant of that series. That last game kind of came and went, didn't really hit that hard in the main series. So yeah, it's another thing where it's like, oh, well, they bought all these studios and, now they're going to be shutting them down. Would these studios have been around if Microsoft hadn't have picked them up originally? It's hard to say. It's so weird with like the Toys for Bob, right? Where they got bought, included as part of like the whole Activision deal, and then asked to be split out from Microsoft, and Microsoft actually let them do that. But then they ended up partnering back with Microsoft anyway to get some of that money. So like we all kind of know where the money is in the games industry right now. But at the same time, all these developers aren't going to be able to do that, right? They're not all going to be able to pull that same deal off. And like this consolidation, while we thought, originally may have benefits, it seems to not have had nearly as many benefits now that we're just now seeing all these Warcraft games on Game Pass. We still don't have Tony Hawk on there. We'll get the new Tony Hawk game on here before we get Tony Hawk 1+2. It really is just showing all of us how consumer friendly this is. Yes, also Crash 4. It seems kind of crazy that we're dealing with all this stuff now, and maybe this taught me a lesson, Dominic. Don't root for this consolidation again. Activision was in such like I'm trying to explain this away to myself, but like Activision was in such a bad state, based on the leadership and everything at that point. I really thought that Microsoft was going to be a positive, and maybe for the people that are still working there, it is. But from a consumer standpoint, we're definitely not benefiting from it. I don't feel like, not in the way that we thought we would be.
Yeah, not in the way we thought. Yeah, I mean, because like I guess if I'm a guy who plays Call of Duty and I got Game Pass, then yeah, I mean at least I got I was playing for Game Pass anyway, and now I got Call of Duty, and I can play that without buying the game outright and pay for Game Pass. But for me, it was just the company. I mean, yeah, I ain't mind getting Call of Duty either. I just play story mode or whatever. For me, yeah, I also thought like you was going to drop those library because we saw what you did with Bethesda. Bethesda, you got that like I don't know how many weeks or a month or so. It wasn't that long, and like you start seeing games just drop on Game Pass from Bethesda's library, and like so it's like, oh, darn, we got all these games, man, and we can just play them when we want. And so I was thinking, like, Activision, like, shucks, man, they're gonna get like some of these games, like we're gonna get Fallout, but now it's like, oh no, Diablo 4, yeah, that did drop, but you can't stream it.
Yeah.
And I never got the official word. You always just got what people speculate because of the lawsuit thing. But even still, something like Ubisoft will take care of that and blah blah blah. But it's like, well, they can Ubisoft take care of it then. It's like, well, like, why can I get that on streaming, man? Like, that's why I want to play it, and because I wasn't hooking my Xbox up, and I don't have the latest Xbox, so I wasn't going to play. I mean, even though technically it's still on Xbox One, I wasn't going to hook it up to play that, and I wasn't. And my PC at the time, I could play it, but it wasn't great. But I was like, hey, I just want to stream it. I don't have to download this or anything. And it's like, no. And then, but you let me stream Crash Bandicoot though, so I was very confused. I was like, so what's? So that's why I was very confused with like, so wait a minute. So you can stream some Activision games. Is it just the Blizzard ones? Just the ones that's popular? Well, like, well, how does that work? It's like, how does this work? It's so weird. Like, yeah, then you just don't drop these games. Like every now and then you have these ghost drops that you do. I mean, hey, I like a good ghost drop because it's like a surprise or something. But I feel like there should have been like a whole lot of more of these drops before. Like you had dropped a lot of games, and then ghost drops might just happen. It's just so weird that, like, man, it's like you know, we taking a full advantage of something like you were, because you were doing something. That's why I thought it was going to happen with here, but now I don't know why. Like you said, it's the benefit is not what it used to be. Like it's all right, but it's definitely not. It's not huge. Like we're not really seeing the big advantage of you having as a consumer, the big advantage of you having it. It's not
having this library
yeah.
that you're
Compared to
not.
Bethesda, compared to you getting Bethesda, like it was a benefit of Game Pass of because he had Game Pass before you got Bethesda, and it became a
Yeah.
little benefit because it was like, oh shucks, we get the games we get them for free. I mean, well, free-ish. I mean, because it's with subscription, and we I can still get these other play these other the old games. You're bringing these old games out I can play now. Cause I see some old PC games on the PC because they've done a lot more up there. There's some old ass games that I ain't never heard of, like people can play potentially, but y'all ain't do nothing like that with Activision though. Like y'all ain't even do that, and it's like, damn man, they got a whole lot. Like it's one thing, um, yeah, but you put a lot of things up there, man. And maybe, yeah, do it later, but it sure ain't working out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sucks.
All right.
But yeah, it's like all these. I mean, all these companies have something that's going wrong, and like I honestly, like I'm trying to think, like what, like overall, I guess, I mean, yeah, PlayStation. And I just look at a consumer standpoint. I guess the PlayStation is all right. I mean, as far as because they have these exclusive third party games there. Like even
Yeah.
though their first party is not as good as what it was last generation, they got these third party games that are exclusive that they got exclusive on there that's not on the other consoles. So there's a huge benefit to that. And that's essentially what's it. But yeah, this generation is pretty bad. It's like it's not great overall. Like it's not like compared to other generations. This is such a weird one. Like this is like, and I thought last generation was sort of weird because the way Xbox like went so backwards. But
Yeah.
now it's like when you talk about wrestling your laws, like PlayStation, yeah, they ain't do nothing really like a big move that was like a big consumer, like a good for the consumer kind of move. Like they really didn't do anything, and like they weren't pressured to either. Like they didn't
Nah.
have to. Like Xbox did some moves that were pretty good, big and good this generation. Um, but they are playing for behind and and it's just it didn't work out for them. But like they did some moves, like let's say like the Bethesda thing kind of happened at the end of the last generation and the beginning of this one, and um and they had better. Their exclusives were definitely better than they had some better exclusives, like kind of this generation so far, compared to the last one, where like man, you couldn't. The Xbox exclusives was just like dry, and but now they come to a point where they have a lot of announcements and like you said, no games on there. While
Yeah.
PlayStation, um, like I said, PlayStation's in the weirdest place. Like I said, like you're not. Yeah, you could argue about them not having exclusives, but because of the third party deals and stuff, they made out, and they still sold a heck of a lot of consoles. But it's so weird because it's like they don't really have a lot of new games like this generation either,
Yeah.
and like they didn't have a ton of announcements either. I mean, that's the one thing. Like you don't know what the hell you're looking for. While Xbox had a whole lot of announcements, you just don't know when the fuck they're coming out. And yeah, and
Then they
if
announce
there's
more
no
games.
and that, yeah, and then you know they're coming out, and then you'll know. I mean, now the way things are, you could be thinking like, hey, some might be canceled. Who knows? While PlayStation didn't even have a lot of announcements. Like they really just are pretty quiet over there. They had a lot of remakes and stuff like that. Which I mean, I think that's
Yeah.
disappointing. That they did that. Like you really are just relying on those exclusive third party games that you can't get on Xbox. So it can't be like, oh, I wish I had other systems. Nah, the PlayStation prevented those games to come on that system, so you can't even say that. It's like, oh well, they can't even get that game, and I don't want to spend on PC. Like, yeah, if you're a PC guy and you had the money for a PC, there was literally no reason to get a PS5. Like, it's honestly no reason to really get it. Like, I'm trying to think of a game, Astrobot.
Yeah.
Is on the PC, and I think that's the only good game that's worth it. That's not really on the PC. That's exclusive. Everything else. Oh, I mean, I guess. Oh, I guess technically, Demon Souls remake is not on the PC. I don't think that's on PC. They didn't announce that, right? The one that
Yeah.
came out. Yeah,
No, not yet.
yeah. So, that those two, like, yeah, like you were good. Like, there's nothing. There's really, yeah. It's really not even worth saying like, hey, I'll get the PS5 because of their exclusives and I got PC. But now it's like, oh well, I'll just save money and not get a PS5 at all. Now you might in this now. I'm sure there's people who did that though, like initially, because you didn't know that they were bringing all those games over to PC. And I'll be somewhat pissed. I'll be like, they bring all these games to PC. I don't. It's like I don't want to get the PlayStation version if I'm going to get the PC version. It's like, yeah, I'll be pissed. 'Cause like, darn, I didn't have to get a PlayStation 5, really, because they just end up bringing them over anyway. But yeah, it's this generation, man. It's really like it's a game changing. Like, it's really game changing to see where things going. I mean, like, yeah, I'm curious about the next consoles. Like, where I'm at on that. Like, where I'm at on the next consoles. I mean, I'm probably not. I mean, I'm probably more focused on probably building a PC anyway. So, um, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, anything else? Any other news?
Nope. That's it for the news this week. On to the new releases, Dominic. We got rematches out now. That is the human soccer
Yeah.
Rocket League style game. I was watching some gameplay of that earlier. It looks like could be a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. Because I see it on Game Pass. Is it free to play or is it?
I think it's on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, but I don't think it's free to play.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of those where it's like it's getting
like
kind of that
League
launch
was.
advantage, but yeah, pretty much.
Because Rocket League was initially
it's $30 on Steam right now.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. I mean, I haven't played it to know if it's worth it because, like, Rocket League, I think that was a PlayStation Plus.
It was a PlayStation Plus game. Yeah.
So rematch, man. That all right. That's cool. Yeah, because like I said, I saw on Game Pass, and I was like, oh, let's say, what's this soccer game? And then I saw how it looked, and I said, okay, it does look like kind of like Rocket League.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Death Stranding 2. What's that?
I was saying, I still can never master Rocket League, man. I wish I could just, well, not master it, but at least know how to
be able to do all the flying stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Like, god damn, man. I was like, hi, because once I started playing, incredible. I saw some people do that, and I was like, oh, y'all beyond me, man. Now these games ain't gonna be nowhere near close. I mean, I'm not gonna be partly. I'll be at least unless I'm on a team with a guy who just does that. Like, if the two of y'all can at least do it, maybe. But it's like there's one of us, so none of us. Like, we done. Oh, but okay, Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Dominic. Any level of interest in this game?
It more so gets me to want to play the first one again, just to get through that. Like, nah, I was like, I don't have no, like, he's no probably not the last Death Stranding, but maybe Metal Gear Solid 5. I think I had like a FOMO kind of feel like, man, this people talk about some good things about this game.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should still just play it, even though I might not like it, but at least play it. Maybe it's something I enjoy. And like I said, the gameplay of that was fun. It was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed it more than 4. And but the story wasn't all that great. And once I was done, I was okay. I know my brother really loved that game. But Death Stranding, like, now I didn't have that feeling. And but I did play it once it came on Xbox. Game Pass, and yeah, after playing it, I was like, yeah, I did not miss a damn thing. I mean, I'm still interested to play it, but it's not more of like, oh, because what people are saying. No, it's more just me, like just wanting to. But the way that people talked about that game, it's just like, dude, I played this game for hours, and I don't know, I don't know what is it that y'all are saying that I'm not in this game? Like, why is
Yeah.
this such a game that should be like, oh, this should be on the level of like game of the year? Like, I just didn't see it. Like, I just didn't understand why. I mean, it's a weird. I mean, it's a different type of game. Like, I don't know, like you delivering packages and you gotta flow. I mean, kind of cool that you have to make it so that they're leveled and stuff and they won't fall over. Yeah, it was interesting, but for a whole game to be that and the story to be really weird and confusing and really pretentious, I don't know why that was. I don't know. Yeah. And this one, I mean, it seems like they say, oh, there's a lot of cool stuff in this one and stuff like that. So I say, okay, I mean, maybe one day I'll try it and then I probably end up doing what I did the last one, like play it to like a certain point and then be like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, I'm not like saying like, yeah, it's not a big deal for me. It's like, hey, I mean, I'm glad for the people that really like that stuff, but nah, it's not really something I'm really big on anymore. Like
I'm
Kojima was
intrigued by
something.
the story
Yeah.
stuff, but I could see myself wanting to just watch videos of this more than actually wanting to play the game.
And yeah, I feel that way too. But also, I think if it's anything like those other games I played, I feel like I'll watch some and then I'll get tired of it because it'll be like a
Yeah.
long sequence, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, they're still talking. They're still like nothing like that. I think with a lot of Kojima and some writing in general on some games I play, um, they they talk like too much, like they have a lot of words. I mean, they say a lot of stuff, but then at the end of the day, it's like that could have been edited to be a whole lot shorter. Like you really
Right.
didn't like either you over explained or you said the same, repeated yourself just in a different way. And yeah, I noticed that in Japanese, especially in Japanese writing, and that could be maybe that's a translation thing or a cultural thing. I don't know because like I said, I told you before that I learned why they repeat sometimes the words that the other person
Mhm.
said, and that's just a show of them like saying that they're
That
listening.
they're listening and
Yeah,
absorbing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absorbing. Yeah. Whereas to me, it's annoying. I mean, for here, it don't make sense because like like what we do is say, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we do that, and
Exactly.
and they actually just repeat. So it's like, oh, okay. And thing is, and like in some of the writing, it could be just a cultural, like I said, cultural thing. And sometimes, like I was playing a Phoenix Wright game, and like they be just repeating the same thing in this dialogue, and it's like, okay, you said that already. It's like in a different way. It's not in a way of like that, but it's like, dang, you didn't have to keep talking. You could have shut the hell up after this sentence, and we could have just been moving on. It's like, shut
Yeah.
up. I was like, come on, we done. Um, yeah, and I think I get that with Kojima sometimes. Some of his dialogue and like, or it just be these long pauses, like they're doing something, and I'm like, I don't know what it's supposed to be conveying. This them not even talking or just looking. It's like, okay, what is he doing? It's like I don't know what this doing is interaction because this ain't normal looking interaction right now. Like I can't
Yeah.
convey what the and I always hate that. And then like when they go on those like monologues, like either the bad guy or something talking, and it's like, oh come on, man. I mean, it's like what, like what are you doing? It's I don't know, man. Yeah, it gets so weird with that. Like yeah, as a kid, I liked it. It was cool because there was nothing really done like in video games like that before that I ever played. But I think after keep playing and now seeing stories that are written better in a way, it's like, oh yeah, this is just. I mean, it's silly like to look at and stuff, but it's like, man, I can't do this for hours though, man.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you guys.
man.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. You're good. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. And check us out on Twitter. Dominic's at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Superpod.com is the website. You can check us out there. We are also on Bluesky at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and at DinoMan at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. Podcast website. We've got all of our old podcasts on there, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast. Video versions of this podcast, as well as audio versions of the podcast, can be found basically anywhere there's an audio podcast, including iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, and Audible. And until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see you.